Can I get an oh yeah, Dan?
Oh yeah!
Welcome to Tavern Talk, a Wheel of Time talk show based on the epic fantasy series. Like I said, a Wheel of Time.
The Wheel of Time.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Ryan, and as with me, as always, is brother Dan and Jansen. But what do we see below us, guys? And to your right, and to your bottom left, it's Beth Doman.
Right up on front, right during the co-host screen.
Yeah, in rarefied air. True that. Beth Doman has agreed to be a permanent host on the Tavern Talk show. So we are rounding this bad boy out with some of the greatest minds in all of Wheel of Time. And we hope that we continue to bring you some of the greatest Wheel of Time discussions you're going to find this side of the Mississippi.
I just realized that I'm blushing and my skin is literally the same color as my background and my chair and everything. Like literally the same color as everything going on behind me right now.
That's the benefit of being a pale puppet, is that I could blush away, I could cry, I could grit my teeth and roll my eyes, and I'm just still the same old stone-faced puppet.
All these things happen in one show every time. We just don't see it.
Right. Well, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and I'm super excited to be here.
All right, well, awesome. That's great to hear. And before we go further, let's let everyone know that we are talking about Sammael, somebody's favorite Forsaken. We'll find out who. I don't know. Maybe someone. But
Ryan, we have a special guest.
I'm getting there. Yes, you got to front load the topic, and then we introduce it. All right. So behind the scenes, we have a very, very, very special guest. This man is ubiquitous in Twitter of time, and I believe in my headcanon that when he sees a Hollywood sign, he sees the word Kevin in it. Let's bring him in, Kevin Angus.
The music cut.
Oh yeah. Welcome.
Yay!
Thank you for having me, and your assumption is probably correct. That Hollywood sign just says Kevin.
Kevin Wood. Well, I said it. Let's put we put you in the hot seat right between the most handsomest puppets. Again, this side of Mississippi.
Yeah, right.
I'm
developing a rap. Hold on, wait. His name is Angus Colonel Kevin. If we rate him 1 through 5 stars, I give him a 7. He is last name is Angus. He is between us. We got felt that rubbing up on his
weenus.
Anglus is wait, what's that elbow thing, right?
Weenus.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Right, Kevin Weenus.
I felt that, yeah.
You felt
Kevin
that?
I was hoping you were going to beatbox, sorry.
Like, you need to get that recorded and make that an intro for every guest appearance that you do ever. For real.
But don't change the name. Just it's always that one Kevin rap, and people are like, "Why are we talking about Kevin right now?"
Exactly.
And we're not talking about Kevin. I could do this all night, but we are here, everyone, to talk about Sammael. And who is ready to give us a little brief history of Sammael? Give me a breakdown. Who's ready? You're off the top of your domes.
I nominate Jansen for this.
I can do that. Well, Sammael, whose real name was Teljalan Alansar, he was kind of like what we would call Tom Brady, kind of right now in our time. Maybe Tom Brady meets The Rock. He was, something like that. He was a sportsman. He was the most noted sportsman of the day. And like Jordan, like one of those guys known by everybody. He was a good-looking guy. And, we've been talking about the Forsaken the past few weeks. And, all of them have telltale signs and different things that made them who they were. And, from the talks and the things about it that I've gathered about Mr. Alansar, he was very good looking. He was very charismatic. He was He was the guy, even more so than Luz Theron and Demon Dread, that probably women wanted to be with. He was the guy. And also, I'd like to say, he's the guy who he started working with blades in a bloodless sport, in the Age of Legends. And
what does that mean?
Well, it means that it was just a game. It wasn't something that they used.
Okay. Like fencing modern day with if they just poke you.
Maybe it's just video games, right?
Well, they call it gating.
They were playing like Shinobi.
Well, they call it a bloodless sport, with swords. And from what I can gather, that the previous age, or maybe the one before that, forgot about swordplay. They forgot about all those things. So I can say, within the last, we can speculate in the last two, the current age, the age the books went through, and the Age of Legends, that it's very possible that Sammael was the first blade master that anyone ever saw in a long time.
Oh, good point.
I like that theory.
He was a world champion.
Yeah, we're talking about deep dives here, right? And this is a guy who was just as good, if not better, than Bilal, who was a blades master. He was better than Luz Theron, better than Demon Dread. So this guy was a force. And even though he was a little bit compact and, kind of regretted or resented the fact that the one power couldn't make him taller because he believed that people looked at people's stature that way, which is starting to lead us to why he even joined the Shadow.
Why can't the one power just add a couple inches here and there?
Well,
he could have just mask mirrors on himself and...
that brings me to my first big question, because I have found this two different discrepancies about Sammael. When do you guys think Sammael started actually channeling?
So when I was reading up on Sammael, the internet told me, the Oracle told me, that he discovered he could channel during the War of Power, but that doesn't seem.
It doesn't. That's why.
So did he learn how? Was he not born with the spark? Was he one of those people that could learn how to channel?
Well, that's the thing. But this brings up a whole nother rhyme of questions. So does that mean that everybody, if this is true, does that mean that everybody who was tested back in the Age of Legends had a choice? If they could learn or not learn, that he decided, I'd rather be a sportsman? Because that's what I'm saying.
Maybe it was NCAA sanctions that you could not perform if you could channel. So he's like, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to not take the steroids. And then once he got out of competition, once he blew out his ACL.
And then here's the other question about, this is something else about the Age of Legends that I thought about. So his name was Tel John and Alansar. So he did get his third name. Did he get his, so that's telling me that he got his third name from his sports prowess, not him being an Aes Sedai. And
or a great general, maybe. I mean,
he's a great general.
But then you start thinking about the other Forsaken, and some of them did get their fame and their prowess by using the one power for certain things. But then you have guys like him, like Sammael, and guys like Asmodean, who got their third names from doing things other than using the one power. So that has, and what I'm saying is why that makes me go into this deep dive, because it makes me think that the Age of Legends was definitely more, it had more things to it than what we've already read. It was definitely deeper. There were things, you didn't just have to be an Aes Sedai to be a prominent person in the world then. And, a lot of people might not even think about that. But, he was a sportsman. He was like Tom Brady, like Jordan. He was the guy, he was the guy. So I'm sure.
Like Herschel Walker?
Well,
he's short, so maybe Spud Webb.
But you have to think about this, of how he lived. He was already very wealthy, probably because of his sports prowess. He probably, there was commercials about this guy. Kids looked up to him. He was the guy. This was like Hulk Hogan going over to the NWO or something like that. So him going back, and it's like,
Oh, those were the days.
God,
Those were the days.
he must. I mean, even if he was an asshole in person, like other guys in sports today, that I'm not going to say any names, they were still beloved by children and people who wore their shirts and T-shirts and all those things. So this was a beloved man. You know, people like, he's like, oh, this guy, he's one of our generals. He'll never go over the shadow. Not him. No way. You know, like, he was a guy. He was also a guy, and I also said he was a guy that, you know, women probably thought was great and fantasized about. He was the guy. This guy was the guy that most men wanted to be like. You know,
that famous song, like Sammael. I'd like to be like Sammael. I want to be like Sammael.
He was that guy, the premier
Thank you.
of the day. You know, Sammael, like tell. You know, this guy was awesome, and you know that you know, which is one of the tragic things that we know about, and I say this every week about the Forsaken that we talk about, but we know one thing for sure about Sammael, because we know this about all the Forsaken. They were all extremely selfish.
Yeah. Kevin, why is Sammael your favorite
wishes-
Forsaken?
Yeah.
Well, he reminds me of like so many great moments in my life where there's this like really big buildup of like this really great moment, and then all of a sudden he just fizzles out into like this like blotch of like white and like I'm talking about Mashadar kind of stuff. Kind of like this little mess.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I got
like, there's this really big
like,
buildup. You've been building up for this moment for maybe weeks, maybe entire books, like all this big conflict, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's done. And yeah, so you know, I think that there's power in anti-climax. You know, I think that there's people are always hunting for the next big climax, but they're not thinking about the valleys. You know, you can't have the peaks without the valleys, and sometimes you just have to have a guy fizzle out.
Now, what was his? So I guess his fatal.
Diminish.
Yeah, his fatal flaw as a general was that he was like too defensive and too, like like, did that play out as a Forsaken for him too?
Oh yeah, I think that he was always trying to be like, oh, Rand, let's be buddies. You know, we don't have to kill each other. We'll let them kill each other. But you know. Yeah,
even with his return from the 3,000-year-old prison that he was in, he went directly to Illian, the perfect defensible city in the entire map.
Mm-hmm.
He did his homework.
Covered by everything. It was the perfect defensive city. He had a great army, and he basically picked up from where he left off.
Oh, this is great. Let's check in on chat here. Sammael, the Fizzle of Hope. So I want to say hi to Minari, HG, and but then follows up with, no, that's Kevin. Bye then.
Bye.
That's all good fun.
But she was here for a minute.
I mean,
there was a joking underneath as well, so you know.
Yeah, no, we're ignoring that.
We're good.
Rushed.
I'm sure it's there,
I mean, so this guy's kind of what has some of my favorite attributes. The fact that he wears a scar as a reminder. All right, so first of all, I would love to hear your ideas of how Lews Therin gave this kid this scar. But secondly, it's like he walks in and they're like, oh Jesus, there he is. He's wearing that fucking scar. I could heal him right now. I could tell him I can heal him right now. He keeps saying no. And he walks up and he's like, hey, Grendel. Hey, Samaraj. And they're like, hey, Sammael. They're like, what scarf? Oh, my scar. Did you notice my scar? And they're like, yeah. I could. Okay. End scene.
You know, a lot of German generals are famous for having scars on their faces because they used to duel with swords, and they would like make sure that their faces scar up poorly by mistreating their wounds, and it's a whole thing.
Right. In the 1900s, if your last name began with Vaughn, you probably had a scar on your face.
Yeah, and if you had...
See, I think what happened with Sammael and Lews Therin was that Sammael was a better swordsman, but he underestimated Lews Therin and was arrogant, kind of like even Valda was. And Lews Therin got him one really, really good time. And I think that his ego was such that he said, I'm never going to ever let myself forget this because I should have had him. And he kept it. You also have to consider this. Did Sammael keep that for his remembrance or for other people to remember?
Yeah, I mean that's And why do the Vaughns in the odds keep their scars? Like these are all questions I ponder at night.
Because battling Lews Therin in itself, from even though they hated him, the acclaim they held, the respect that they all held for him, even though they hated his guts, in all of their POVs, you still see the ultimate respect for Lews Therin. They're like, I mean, he was somebody to be wary of, and he surprised them every time. And so even fighting him and getting that from Lews Therin was kind of a badge of honor that he wanted other people to see, not just himself. I think, you know, that's I mean, what he was known for.
It's
so
like
the
his own
tipping
version
point
of the
seems
"I
to
lived
be-
bitch" meme.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I
I was just
stepped
saying
on
it's his own "I lived bitch" meme.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I survived Lews Therin. Instead of a t-shirt, he has a scar.
Yeah, exactly.
Lews Karen. Okay. So we've established that while Lews Therin is Paul Simon, he's Art Garfunkel. He's a good musician, but just not as good. There's Lennon McCartney. I don't know which one Lews Therin is and which one Sammael is, but he's the worst. Hall & Oates, he's Oates.
You know,
You better watch out because, you know, Hall & Oates Man-Eater. One of the great underrated
I got
songs
private
of the early
eyes are
80s.
watching you.
there's a bunch of them that he put down that I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Kevin's like, who the hell is this Hall & Oates they're talking about?
Oh, I know Hall & Oates. I know Hall & Oates.
Is he Millie or Vanilli?
Good question.
He's
The
both.
shorter one, Ryan. The shorter one.
He's
He had
both.
slightly
He's
shorter
both.
braids.
Well, one of them killed himself.
I
Oh,
hope
probably
it's
not.
not
That's
the
not
one
him.
we're talking about.
That's not Sammael though. He lived.
Yeah, he lived. So, you know, how did Sammael get his name? As we're moving on along this deep dive into him, Tel John and Alan Sar, he got his name by betraying the light in a crucial battle at Satella, where he left open the gates of
Gates of Heaven or Havan.
heaven. Yes, the gates of
Come
heaven.
on.
And
So
he
that
left-
brings me to that the name itself. So Sammael is referenced in the Bible. It is part of John's Apocrypha, I believe. It is listed as one of the three beings that is the demon itself or whatnot.
He's a fallen angel.
Or an angel. It's a fallen angel.
Mhm.
And the fact that he left open the gates of heaven, I think Robert Jordan knew what he was doing with that name.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just Googling, just like YouTube search Sammael, it was a rabbit hole I'm still recovering from.
Yeah.
I mean, just like Balsamon, right? It has.
Balls on your mom?
Yeah.
Pokemon. Well, I mean, look at what people appear and named as Hammer, you know?
It has biblical reference to it. It's very clearly tied
Yes.
to biblical reference. So
So it does seem that Lews Therin was the boss of everyone, though, which sucks to a certain degree. And I dig where Sammael's at. He was a great general, it is said, and he was super beefed in the power. And yet,
Demon Dread.
Mm-hmm.
just around the same as him, but still, Lews Therin was given the general command, and Sammael was like, "Well, shit, man, if I'm always gonna be Mike Pence, forget it. I'm selling my soul to the devil."
Hey, brother Dan,
No,
brother Dan,
no,
guys,
yeah.
guys, everyone, stop the presses. I forgot to open the tavern door. We haven't even started the show yet.
Now I gotta
Wait,
stop.
guess who's joined us?
Hello.
what's up, Tom?
Hello, friends.
I have to say something very quickly. These two were talking smack, saying that they were the handsomest puppets.
Well, I mean, we know that's not true. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Just
Where-
had to point
oh.
that out there.
Oh,
Just
he
had to
fell
point
in.
that out there.
I apparently took a dive. I was my felt form is sitting behind me, kind of. You can't really see him right now. He fell.
That's
in.
okay. I'm just saying I was rooting for you.
Thank you.
I-
I mean, it's
I
the
was-
beard. The beard makes him look distinguished, right?
Facts. Facts.
I mean, he was a Jesus, and then he converted to Tom. It's one of the great deconversion stories.
It's a
Funny-
deconversion story. Yes.
Funny story. That's not the first time I've played Jesus.
And it won't be the last.
Hey.
I'm loving Kevin. Meet Tom. Meet Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Tom.
All right.
We
So
met tangentially.
Oh, okay.
Well, guys, we have almost as many people on screen as we have in the chat. Go ahead and tell friends. Bring them in here, please.
Yeah,
Let's
I,
do
yeah.
it. Let's beef this up to 50.
everyone on the show, open a YouTube and just put a stream on.
I've
And put it
already
on
done
mute.
that, and I've already
Everyone on the
tweeted
show,
it,
open
and
the
I
YouTube.
multitasked. I've been doing that.
Ryan was making me look good. I actually fucked up and thought we started at 7:30 because I'm an idiot.
No, nonsense.
It's
We
all
did
good. The
start
show
at 7:30.
starts whenever you enter the room. The
I'm
show
sorry.
starts.
I'm the worst. I'll accept my
You're a
shame
wizard.
at Jordan. You can beat me at Jordan Con. Everyone gets everyone can get a hit in on me.
Do we get to
Belt.
beat you with soap and a sock?
Whatever you would like.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God!
whatever-
Full
I mean,
Metal
if that-
Jacket.
If that
style?
gets you, if that's what if that's what gets your motor going.
What was the name of that character who got the sock beating?
Well, that
Kyle.
happened to me when
Right.
I was in basic training.
Gomer
That's what I
Pyle.
was referring to.
Damn.
What? You live that shit?
Apparently, Beth Doman. The person's name was Beth Doman.
Is that? Is that
No, it was actually Tovin Gazelle.
all right? Hey, so when it was your Beth, when it was your turn and you had the sock and you had the soap, how hard did you swing?
I didn't.
Yeah, because that's mean.
I didn't.
Excellent. No,
The
we,
way
that's
of
what,
the leaf.
I
right?
tried to catch you
didn't.
out.
Atta
And it just,
girl.
all right, we're up to 12 viewers. Thank you, everyone.
We've all got one open now.
Woo!
So
Yeah.
what were you guys talking about? Old Scarface when I popped.
Oh
in?
yeah.
Well, we just got to the point where he had left open the gates of heaven.
Jansen postulated that he might have been the first Blade Master.
Interesting. Yeah, because he was one of the when they were he was good because it was a sport when they
Yeah.
did it back. Yeah.
He actually found it. He was the
Yeah.
first. Right.
It was like
He was
fencing, right? It was basically fencing.
It was like
with,
fencing.
Yeah.
yeah. Bloodless swordsmanship.
But he wasn't just
something
the
like that.
fenceman though. He was also like the best archer of the day as well.
Yes.
He was, like I said, he was like Tom Brady, Michael Jordan.
He was basically like the gentleman's sportsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like,
And also a really good military leader too.
yes, we
Which
talked
they had
about
to
defensive
reinvent as well.
positions
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
I gotta
So-
say, when I heard he was a sportsman, I figured he shot deer and with arrows. I didn't think like actually doing sports. But yeah,
I'm
they
getting
had
more
sports,
like
I'm sure.
biathlon vibes from it.
Yeah, like
I mean, yeah, were you guys good hunting?
He sported both ways.
Ooh. Which two
real
sports though?
Michael
Which two sports were his though?
he was like the Caitlyn Jenner of the day.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Max. I had
I
to think
hear it.
back. I was like, wait a minute. Oh yeah. Okay, I get it. Decathlon. 1980, 1984, right? Something like that. Yes.
1976.
76. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
a very small child. I was alive, but
I
was
had
a very
that
small
Wheaties
child.
box.
Wheaties, yeah, Wheaties.
When was Caitlyn Jenner on the Wheaties box, but not in this form?
Oh
Like-
no, I don't think she ever was.
No, you're
But
talking about
regardless-
pre-Caitlyn
Right.
Jenner.
Yeah.
Pre Caitlyn Jenner, yeah.
But
Yeah, I
You get
think
paid
76.
for all
76.
of our
76.
listeners, somebody please bring me a Wheaties box with Sammael on it.
Oh.
I'm already
Someone
on it.
will do that.
All right.
Someone is gonna do
If
that.
this isn't enough to get you guys to subscribe, I don't know what is.
Right.
Sammael was only
Walked
good
out
enough to get on
dejectedly.
kicks, you know.
Oh, that's
Well,
good.
it's
That'll
walk
be
of
my
shame.
tweet.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I found my the other time I found the picture of the other time I played Jesus. You want to say?
Oh, please.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Does the Pope wear a funny hat?
Well,
But that's awesome.
Oh,
We did.
Really
This is
cool.
at Jordan Con. We posed with the Last
That's
Supper.
super cool.
Oh, is
the,
that in the
uh,
con suite?
Yeah, it's up in the con suite. So, but it's also Wheel of Time related because Wilson Grooms, Robert Jordan's cousin, but he called him brother, is the guy that's in the middle there. Sadly, he passed away due to throat cancer.
Oh
But-
no.
He's
Aw.
in the middle there, behind me. He's the Judas to my Jesus.
Yeah, I always knew you were complex. Jesus.
That's a great.
The
Are
person
you,
that was
wait, is he your own personal Jesus?
yeah, well, maybe I'll show you some other pictures that we took in the con suite that night offline. And if
All right.
you find me at Jordan Con, I'll show them to you too, but I don't want to put them on the internet.
Beth, I've literally listened to that song within the week.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's a fantastic song. Right. Gen X represent. That's all I'm gonna say.
What
So-
what gen am I? I'm 47.
You're Gen X.
That's X.
Yeah, you're
All
Gen
right.
X.
Yeah.
That's
You're
fucking
definitely Gen X.
badass.
You're
Yeah.
you're the what is it? Don't they break them up like to the older Gen X and the younger Gen X? Isn't there like names or something?
No,
I'm sure.
they're all Gen X.
We're the forgotten
Jennifer
generation.
X.
You remember
Literally
Martin-
what we are is the forgotten generation. We're
I'm an
the-
elder millennial. That's what they
We're
call
the
me.
we don't give a fuck generation. Is what
We're
we
the
are,
one.
to be honest.
Hey, we've not been drafted into a war.
I think I'm the
it's been-
2 months
it's been
from
pretty
get
good on
off
that
of
front
my
for me.
lawn.
I've never had to fucking go shoot someone I don't know.
Shit, I'm not now. I've been get off my lawn since I was like 25. As soon as I owned a house, I was like, get these kids away from my house.
Oh, you hear the humble brag? Homeowner 25.
Whoa.
Boom.
Hey, listen. I moved to Florida from New York, so like I could have
Oh,
like.
yeah, you can afford a mansion.
Oh, look
I
at
was
this
able. To,
guy
I was
living
almost
in
able to buy
Florida.
2 houses in Florida for the price of a 1-bedroom apartment in New York.
That's amazing. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I could buy a 13-bedroom house in Florida right now.
So, exactly.
I can't find one here. Brutal, dude. Brutal.
The only problem with living in Florida is when you walk out the front door, you're still in Florida. So,
And
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis.
Kevin, how many properties do you own?
That falls in the whole.
0.
Settle.
That's a big
Well,
old
you'll
goose
turn
egg for
25
me.
soon.
I know. I'm fingers crossed. One of these days. Oh, 25. It's right around the corner.
One of these days.
Wait, how old are
You have the most
30.
wholesome, adorable face, but like your eyes are
you? You
not.
look a lot younger than 30. That's cool.
Your
man.
eyes belie your charm.
He's got black eyes like a doll's eyes.
There it is. Oh my God, you can play a politician.
I watched Jaws yesterday. So Quint is stuck in my head.
Kevin, what's do you have like a take on Sammael? Is he again? Why is he your favorite?
Well, because the ultimate fizzle.
Objection, leading the witness.
All right, so moving forward, Sammael. Fuck,
I have a
lost
question
it.
about
Yeah,
him.
please, yeah, go. Thank you.
So we have. You're all good, man. I love you. So we know that there's going to be 4 male Forsaken in the show, right? Can we talk about show Sammael? If there,
Sure.
Oh
my
yeah, no,
question
that's
is,
a
do
great.
do we think there will be one? Like, do we think
Honestly,
there?
there's no doubt there's going to be.
I
shows
think there
Sammael.
is because he was extremely active, especially between the Fires of Heaven and well, obviously that's when they first showed him. He first was seen in Fires of Heaven, and he died.
Oh shoot! Wait.
But
My
he was
last supper.
extremely. He was essential to a lot of the storyline in all 3 of those books. Even when he was first attacked. Rand was attacked with the Aiel and the tents, and they were screaming Sammael and the Golden Bees.
Yeah.
Even though, according to Asmodean, that wasn't Sammael. That was somebody else with a
Trying to
ruse.
throw
Found out
shade.
later- We found out later that was actually Erengard who was doing that. She admits it in her own POV at, I think the chapter's called At the Gardens. And they're at the Anseline Gardens and talking about it, but they were using Erengard / Bilal's POV.
Mhm.
And when Orden came out and said someone like Sammael moved Trollocs through the ways. And Erengard says, I wonder who's trying her old trick. She says it to herself, and that's the closest I could get to that. I mean, I believe that she was the one doing it.
I have a hot take that I hope people get mad at me about because I like making people mad about this stuff. Sammael isn't important, and you can give all the stuff he did to any of the other Forsaken.
Okay, so yes, as a host, I'm like, oh, where can we take this guy? Like, where do we go next with this? And I absolutely agree. He's got he's one of my least favorite Forsaken. I think he has an interesting backstory, but then why he turns is because he's jealous. Another male jealousy. Yeah,
Demandred 2.0. Demandred / Ravine 2.0.
Yeah, I
agree with what you're saying. But I do think that is solely something that is about the show, not the book. I believe he's essential to the book.
I think in the book you could cut him out too and give his job to any of the other Forsaken.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Especially Demandred.
This is getting hot.
There's a lot of underlying things that I believe happen between him and Demon Dread, and this is where I wanted to get to objectives. Because I believe all the Forsaken, once they get out, they have two objectives. Whatever orders they were given by either Balzaman or the Dark One.
I'll save you, Beth. Yeah.
Do you have a popcorn meme that you can throw up on the front?
I'm not gonna.
I can throw this up for everybody.
Awesome. I love that.
There's good points. Like, you could easily argue that he is essential or isn't. It just really, I don't know. But I think that also is kind of an argument for saying that he's not essential. I'm trying not to be arguing.
No, I love the argument. I love this argument.
It's fun.
Right. So, what did Sammael do that none of the other people could have done?
Well, he had a nice scar on his face.
Like I'll cut Demandred's face. I volunteer as tribute. I'll cut Demandred's face.
He's the only Forsaken that we know of that was able to outsmart Grendel.
I mean, but that you just give that to somebody else. Like, Sammael doesn't exist anymore.
True.
Then Grendel has like a pact with who?
Demandred. Like, we don't know what Demandred's doing for 90% of the book.
That's a good fucking point. Yeah.
Literally, Demandred and or Ravine could fill in every scene Sammael is in.
So I think you're right. I believe that Sammael and Demon Dread were looking for Sakarnan during this time. Yeah. That's why he was going so crazy over the Terrio. He was looking for Sakarnan. That's the only thing he could have been looking for.
All right, I want with Beth. You're bravely jumping in. I want to give you some space.
I was just going to say that, though. I mean, you can say that you could remove Sammael and replace it with anybody, but really, couldn't you say that about the majority of the Forsaken? You really could. You could eliminate.
Oh yeah,
any number.
100%.
All right, let's go through them.
So.
Mesa-ama.
Masana could easily be eliminated.
Done.
I'm just trying to think. The only thing that I would think, I don't know about Masana specifically, is are they doing things? Are they doing things in two separate places at the same time where you wouldn't be able to split the character into merge them into one person?
I know, but
that's the only thing.
Would the show even care about that though?
No, the show. Well, I mean, we know that they have to eliminate some of the Forsaken. So, and there's only 4 male statues or male appearing statues in that in the shot where we got the little wooden carvings,
and we know we got a guitar, so that there's 3.
Yeah,
right? We know Asmodeus is there,
and we know Ishamael, and we know Ishamael.
Some of these Forsaken who die come back as well.
True.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Are we doing that? Do you think they're going to do that? We've just debated this. I think that'd be too confusing. I say no.
Yeah. What do you think, Kevin? Are we having resurrected Forsaken?
Maybe. At least 1, maybe 2 maximum. 2 maximum. I don't think they're going to go beyond 2. 1 for the most important one is going to be Moradin.
Well, I think the most important ones to do that to. Well, see, that's a toss-up between Grendel and Lanfear. Because
they're not going to do it to either one of them.
Yeah,
that's too difficult. That's going to be too difficult. They're not going to do it with either one of them.
All right. It's really? What females are they going to cut in?
They're going to cut Masana.
Yeah, probably.
And they're probably going to cut.
No one can say her name, anyways. Is it Mesa-ana?
I would say that they're going to cut Masana, and they're going to probably cut.
There's Semiraj.
They're going to merge. They're going to merge Masana and Moghedien.
Either Moghedien or Semiraj.
Can very easily be merged. It's going to depend on how relevant they make the Shanchan culture
the Adam
and Semiraj being eliminated or not, because she is single-handedly assassinates. We're spoilers, right? Are we spoilers? Full spoilers?
Absolutely, absolutely full spoilers.
So she single-handedly totally throws the kingdom of
so
Shanshan into chaos. So I don't want to see them cut Semirog because I think she's probably she gets the least amount of screen time of the female Forsaken, I feel like, but she's the most compelling.
Yeah.
And besides, she's terrifying. She's absolutely, but she's also the most human. Yeah. She's the most human of all of them. Like, she's like, I just liked to hurt people. And this is, and you know, like that was her flaws were scary in themselves, but she was also.
They're going to use the Mask of Mirrors a lot on this.
I agree with Troy. They're definitely going to be merging. I mean, we know they're going to be merging them, but I agree they're probably going to.
They have to.
Yeah.
Unless
Kevin, do you think that we're keeping? Oh, we're keeping Sammael?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, what does everyone think? Like, is one of the Forsaken gonna be named Sammael in the sense of like, it's Sammael? Like, they might merge his story with somebody else's, but predominantly the person is Sammael. He has a scar on his face. He has a beard. Like, it's Sammael. Like, do we think?
I think you're going to keep the names that people are going to recognize. I think you're going to see Demandred because Demandred is similar. It's like he's damned. He's Demandred. You're going to find Sammael and Asmodean are biblically tied names. They're going to keep the names of the people that people can relate to. That's what I think. It's going to make more sense. Grendel, you're going to keep because Grendel is right out of Beowulf, right?
Men, though. Out of the men. Only because we're talking about Sammael.
I think Robin's easily gone.
Oh, he's out of here. Yeah.
Because
they're going to merge Demandred and Robin. They're going to merge Demandred and Robin. If you're going to merge them.
You're going to wipe that out.
Morghese is not a thing in the show, right?
Yeah.
Not now.
I mean, will they, though?
I don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't think
she'll be just an ancillary.
That's a long journey that they got to put into that show for Morghese to go to Amador to get rescued by everything. Dude.
But what if the 8 statues was just a smokescreen, and we're really going to get all of them?
All of them, like they're just
at the current days. Remember, these are the only 8
I've considered that. Yeah,
we remember from the age of Legends. How do we know?
Damn it, Rafe!
We aren't going to get more than that.
Or it's like his mom couldn't afford more than 8.
She didn't get the complete set. She went to South.
They added some things that we never heard about in the book.
Right.
Like, even just when they went to the Eye of the World, and Moraine's like, we have no idea what this place is. Dark Friends entered the tower and destroyed every record of it, so we don't know what it is, like that was never in the book, like ever. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, they're going to add and take things. Like, I even believe, not even just with the Forsaken, I think Elias is not just going to be, I think Elias is going to be Elias, Hopper, and Huron together.
So you don't think we're going to get like talking wolves essentially?
No, because I think they're going to make him. I think Elias is going to be the one that dies, and he's going to be in the world of dreams.
He's going to see him in the world.
He's going to be the one that teaches Perrin, and it makes so much more sense for a production value and for them to write it this way. It's going to be That's what they're going to do. I believe.
I can see that.
Here's my hot take.
I can definitely see.
There's no World of Dreams.
There's no Tel'aran'rhiod, do you think?
Yeah.
They've already showed.
They showed it?
They've already showed
with the Tirangrial with Moiraine.
No, that was a love shack. No one knows what that is.
It was a love shack, but it was a dream shard, which
means I think it was a vacuole, but that's just me.
But it's basically like a Tirangrial that makes a dream shard, right? But if you have a dream shard, then you have Tel'aran'rhiod, and so
that's true.
I think we're gonna get Tel'aran'rhiod.
We already saw, Balsamon in Perrin's dreams, right there in the, he's right there, and that was right out of it. So I definitely, they need to have half the book is in the world of dreams.
I really feel like they can't eliminate it. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, with the Dreamwalkers, with everything. I mean, speaking of, oh no, that's for another show. Damn it.
Hot take denied.
So
good catch.
Is anyone a no that we're not going to have a Sammael?
Well, can we see the statues? Do you have?
Yeah, I'm getting the picture.
Short?
I'm getting one right now. I'm getting the picture.
I'm not even looking at this. I think that Sammael will be there, or someone who has a scar and has a grudge.
No, but one of them literally, I think one of them has an Illian or beard.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
grabbing
they're
the
like
picture
really
right
short
now.
too. Like
Well,
he's
he's
like
short
than all
and
the
squat,
others,
and he's
yeah.
got a beard. And like questioning whether that's Sammael or not, I think is kind of moot because I think it's pretty apparent.
Yeah, I mean, I
Whether-
agree. I was trying to see if we could get.
Are you
You want to,
suggesting
you
that
just want to
Sammael-
cause chaos,
I
like
do. I
you
do wanna
always
cause
do.
chaos. I'm the Lord of Chaos. So there we go.
I mean,
There
look
he
from the
is.
left. That is
Yeah.
so blatantly
Yeah.
Sammael. Even
And
his
it looks
nose looked like there's a scar on it. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
it
looks
looks
like a
a scar
scar.
on his face.
Okay, so Sammael is listed as being slightly above average height. If that was my statue, well, yeah, I would have
I'd
a
be mad.
complex too, Sammael.
He does.
Poor
Just
guy.
because he wishes he was a little bit taller, he wishes he was a
He was
baller.
a baller.
He wish he had a girl who looked
Girl.
good. He would call her.
Collar.
We
Yeah.
can all
Yeah,
sympathize with Sammael, right?
Yeah, the reason why I think Sammael is going to be in this is because you have to think about his character and how you have to make a show keep going and running.
Mhm.
His character is perfect to help put some of those small things together as to why something happened or who made something happen.
Sorry, gnome.
Sorry, no,
I feel bad now.
That do be just the nature of things.
Pretty
Let me
hilarious,
see.
actually.
That's about the long and short of it.
Yeah. I got a close up of the Sammael one. He even looks like he has a
there he is.
scar.
He does
Yeah,
look like he has a
yeah.
scar.
He does like he's the
He
bad
also
gnome
looks-
in the garden.
He also looks like he just went to vacation to the Bahamas with his parents and got his hairs in like cornrows,
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
do on
looks
the
nice.
beach. Like,
He
you
actually
got
looks
that?
like it rained the whole time he was in
it looks
the
like a little dwarven.
He looks very angry. He looks
He's also
very
the only one that like
dissatisfied.
he's almost like the
Big-ass
Michael
eyebrow.
Vick too because he had the dogs too, right?
Oh God,
Mm-hmm.
too soon.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, and he's a
Sorry.
sports, and Michael Vick's is short for a quarterback.
Fantastic.
Oh my God, you got it.
Oh my gosh, he's
I
short
love
for a quarterback. He was in sports.
If ever a quarterback was the Forsaken,
signed
it's
for
Vic.
$100
I
million.
feel dirty.
from
I'm
two
sorry.
teams.
I feel so dirty. I shouldn't have
It's
done
all right.
that. I
Speaking of
feel
dirty,
filthy.
We forgive you.
I also have
Guys,
something
dog-
to say about Sammael. This
Dogs
is
are
pure,
gonna fight.
this is pure speculation, but this is another thought I had about Sammael, and it would explain a lot. I believe that Sammael and Demon Dread were in the circle that made Skarnan.
Say that one more time. That what?
I believe they were in the circle in the Age of Legends that made Sangreal Skarnan.
Oh, I would believe that because
That would make sense.
and they know know what it is, and they know about its power.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, he does cool shit, Sammael.
Yeah.
I just none of the stuff that I feel like none of the things that he's done or does in the book cannot be done by Demandred.
I totally believe that.
Yeah.
But no, just like Beth said, we can say that almost about anybody.
Yeah, there's only I want to say maybe like 4 of the Forsaken that I feel like you can't be only because they're doing things either together or at the same time where it would just you'd have to change too much of the story to get them either merged or taken
I agree
out.
with you. And in the book, they use the Forsaken a lot for the character growth of the heroes.
Yeah.
So, especially with Mogideon and Nynaeve, so that's what you have to think. You're going to be willing to help, her character growth with that character.
Yeah.
I personally believe that there should have been one more scene with Mogideon and Nynaeve where they show Nynaeve had outpaced her and got stronger. And just kicked her ass like with no problem. I think that I would have loved to have actually seen that scene, and that's something that they could do in a show, just for fan favorites and stuff like that. But they need to continue the character growth, and they need to be able to push the story along. So those are the characters that they're going to need. Whoever can do that the best, those are who they're going to choose, because that's with storytelling on film. It's so different than reading. You can have so many characters doing so many different things, but when you only have 60 minutes to put it on film, you have to pick or less, and it's actually 48.
Yeah.
It's 48. You're right. So you have to pick and choose, and they're going to Rand needs a teacher. So Asmodean, I believe, has to be there.
We have that one with the guitar, violin,
guitar, yeah.
lute, whatever it is.
Yeah. So I'd love to see dueling guitars with Tom and Asmodean.
Oh my God.
Oh, that
Devil
would be
came down.
amazing.
Devil came down to Georgia style.
In fact,
Yeah.
you know what? Now that I said that and put that out in the air, musicians who come to Jordan Con, you get the utmost respect to me if I see something like that.
There's a one of the guests this year is a musician. That's what he does. He's like for people that go to like Dragon Con and stuff like that, there's like the Lost Boys. They're like a fantasy themed band. He does that. He plays actually at Dragon Con a lot. His name is Mark Gunn. He plays a lot of fantasy. He did the opening ceremonies last year.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, everyone. There's a poll that's live asking chat if Sammael is going to be cut. The answers are yes,
Great job,
no,
Bryant.
and he will be merged. So let us hear
Tom,
from you.
can you please confirm it was a Lost Boys? They were like the movie, the vampire movie from Santa Cruz, like that.
They were actually they were dressed as hobbits the last time I saw them.
Nice.
And they were themed after the Lost Boys, from Peter Pan.
From
Peter Pan. Okay.
They were
So-
first.
Awesome.
They were the first.
Totally
Lost Boys.
changing the topic for just a second, but I have a trivia question for you. And if you know the answer to this question, I'm going to be very impressed.
Ooh,
So,
yes.
you know the song People Are Strange, right? From the Lost Boys.
Doors?
Yep.
Was not the Doors who was on the soundtrack for the Lost Boys.
Oh, I know.
Who was it?
It was Ian or what's his name from Echo and the Bunnymen.
Echo and the Bunnymen. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
what's
you.
his
Gen
name?
X
Ian
again
something.
represents
Yes,
Echo
work
and the
with
Bunnymen.
us.
Okay. Sorry.
Jansen was so stoked to hear trivia, and he just perked up and was like,
Yeah, me too.
fucking-
I was like, oh yeah.
fucking bad
Oh, and
music.
speaking of
music
Bunnymen, guys,
nonsense.
happy Easter, everyone! If you celebrate
Hey,
that.
I still haven't found anybody who can
Segues.
stump me with con trivia yet.
Wheel of Time trivia. Okay, all right. Challenge accepted.
We need to get DT to do another Wheel of Time game
Yeah.
on the Wheel of Time trivia server and
See if we
do
can knock this guy
super
down a
duper
peg.
hard- Yes.
He literally just names out what chapter this
DT?
Oh,
shit's going.
I gotta see this.
DT, this is a call out. DT.
The only time I've lost a Wheel of Time trivia game was when we played in a team challenge, and one of the other teams had Maria Simmons on it.
Oh no.
I was like,
yeah,
how is this
Jansen.
fair? How is this fair?
Can you beat
But
Maria Simmons, Jansen?
Yeah, no, because he's good Jansen hunting. Of course he can.
Man, I can try.
All right,
That's a
I'm
high
loving the
bar
new
to
name.
set.
There's
That's
so many
the
new
high
people
bar
in
right
chat.
there.
I'm loving. Hey, let's say hi to Solin in chat.
Solin.
Remember Troy
Solin.
from Newer Guys. Pavara's back.
Terry from New Guys.
I know Echo
Echo?
Sadias. Good to see you
Echo and the
guys. Oh,
Bunnymen?
this guy
Echo
Kevin
Sadias.
Angus is in chat. That's he's a
screw
new
that
person.
guy.
Maybe
No,
he'll start watching the
I
show.
love that guy. He's funny. Oh, Ryan, he just posted just today. I think it was. Smoking DeGrasse Tyson.
Oh yeah, that was, yeah. I posted that. Yeah.
That's well done. Well done.
Yeah.
That's well done.
I love it. I love it.
I can't even see. Stupid puns are like my favorite thing in the entire
See?
world.
Yeah.
It worked.
Oh.
See, here's another time where I'm associated with Jesus. It was also my birthday.
Feliz
Feliz
cumpleaños.
cumpleaños. mi
Sengil
amigo.
chukahamida.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday in
Oh.
Korean.
Done it.
Yes.
Wait, right now it's your birthday?
Yesterday.
Oh, we missed it. Hey, wait, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Happy
Happy
birthday to you.
Why are you singing it so
Happy
slow?
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to I was going more jazzy, loungy. All right. Yeah. That was the
Appreciate it.
worst, one of the worst I've ever been a part of.
Y
was
mucho
fantastic.
más.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Hippo birdie to use. Hippo birdie to use. Hippo birdie to use.
Back to Starfish.
Wait, or we could do
I like the Australian one. The Australian one,
happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday.
it's like
Isn't that what they sing you at?
May all
Buko
your
de-
dreams come true.
it's crazy. I don't know if it is what also here.
Yeah,
like
Wadaholic is here.
Yeah, it's like correct. I don't
And
remember
Ben
what
Butler's here. It's
They're
crazy.
like, we hope you don't die soon or something like that in the song. Like the Australian birthday song has something horrible like that in it, and I don't remember what it is.
Watch out for the spiders on this your birthday day.
What also you gotta know?
Getting
One of
last
my
night.
friends was Australian. He sung it to me once for my birthday, and I was like, "Are you what? That's horrible. You sing this to children? Like,
It's a good day when you don't die.
yeah, it's something
Wherever
like that.
shocked
It's
did
something-
you?
But if you do die, you're basically Australian.
All this talk of birthdays, I just looked up mine, and my birthday is on a Sunday this year.
Let's go.
It's a big one. It's the big birthday too.
Oh, it's the big one.
It's the big one.
25.
Are you gonna
Get
be
your first
on?
house?
Love you. No, I'll be 50.
That was seamless, guys.
No,
Thanks.
that's
Kevin is
Are
just
you,
jumping right in.
are you gonna be on? Are we doing the show that day?
When-
I'll be on the show that day. I don't do anything special for my
Oh
birthday.
hell yeah!
Oh,
We're getting
yeah.
some champagne. All right, we're popping stuff.
No,
It's the
you're
big
just.
5-0. It'll be the big 5-0.
What?
It's a long ways off though. Yeah, it'll be the. It's a long ways
Oh
off.
my
Rolling?
god! I don't even. I don't believe you.
With
I
the
don't
rag top
believe
down so
you.
your hair can blow.
I just don't even believe it. I think it
The girlies are standby, waiting just to say hi.
Oh,
Do you
that's
stop?
okay.
Best milkshake brings
No,
on.
I
Just
just
voice
roll
roll
in the yard.
away. Get done. Pursuing to
looked
the
up-
next stop.
I looked up the birthday song in Australia. Okay, so it's why like one of the
Sing
verses.
it. Sing it.
I can't sing at all. Like you want to hear me sing? Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Why was he born so beautiful? Why
That's
was
great.
he born at all?
This is
Because he
amazing.
had no say in it.
He's
no
scared.
say in it at all.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. You
It's
don't.
like,
That's
it
great.
gives me existential like
That's ponderous.
dread. I don't know, man.
Why am I here?
Why-
What is my purpose in life?
Yeah,
Okay.
It gives me
All right.
existential
Cute.
dread. I was like, you sing
This is
to
a great
children?
comment.
Being
Birthday
born,
singing causes the bleakness. I think. I
If you
think
have
we
big
caused the
eyes,
bleakness.
lots
Trying
of-
to,
10 points to Sulin for that.
Jesus Christ, that's amazing. All right, what was that, Jansen? I just talked all over you.
you actually have greater odds of winning the lottery than being born. Being born is probably the most lucky thing that could even happen to
Sure.
somebody.
That is a true story.
It's insane how much luck it takes for one. I mean, dude,
I
The fact-
feel like this conversation has.
I
gone
just got
to a
chills in my
level
kneecap.
That I'm like not.
So speaking of
prepared
Sammael now,
Yeah.
I want to play the lottery.
so did you guys talk about the crossing the streams with Rand Sammael?
Not yet.
We did not. No.
No. Yeah, that was back in junior college, right? They're roommates.
Yeah.
One night.
They were
Got
both
a lot of
pledging
control. They never talked about it since.
This, yeah.
They were pledging the
Just
same
like tickets, yeah.
fraternity.
Was that a Chinese
wobbly
like
sawhorse.
finger like a catcher thing?
Yeah, they were doing like the
Wait,
tip
finger
touch.
catcher thing, Ryan? Is that
Yeah,
drinking
yeah.
obligation?
No, I don't know. Well,
Kevin, that's called
all-
docking.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's right. I
called-
forgot.
docking. Jeez.
Yeah, I forgot. They probably learned about that in like the deep lore books that they were searching in, like for all the sword fighting and stuff. You're like, oh wow, docking. Let's try that move. Yeah.
While they were searching through sword fighting, they stumbled upon that stand-up comedian that was
Dry
on
docking.
No, the stand-up comedian that was on Opie and Anthony all the time. He's bald, super vulgar.
Sam Kinison?
That's gone. No.
Yeah.
Red Fox.
No. Help me, No, I don't.
All right.
Sorry.
No, it's all
My
good.
ADHD
We
is
don't
bad.
like rails. We don't
my-
recognize rails.
I took my ADHD medication this morning, so it's starting to fade now.
You're doing great though. You're doing great. No, I think I'm liking all forms of Tom. Every Tom you bring to me, I'm
Every
loving
Tom
it more
is
and more.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Kevin, in this lull in the conversation, can you tell us what you're all about? I want to do a
Yeah,
little.
how'd you
Let's
get into
to
the
know
wheel, Tom?
Shenanigans is
Kevin.
what he's all about.
Yeah,
How
who are
long-
you? What are you doing with your life?
How long have you
well-
been on Twitter?
About a year almost. I think.
It feels like
sorry.
longer. Okay, you have great game on Twitter. How do you feel like you've been received? Like, what was it like? What were you doing before Twitter time? I'm doing great, Dan. Look at this.
I dabbled in. I
Fucking
dabbled in
amazing.
Discord a little bit, you know. I like tried Discord for a while, and then it was kind of fun, but then like I just kind of it's hard to keep up with for me. It's like
So many
whatever reason.
notifications.
It's like a conversation will happen, and like 3 hours later, you can't jump in like you can on Twitter. So you know, it's a little bit more restrictive in that sense. So I never used my Twitter. I just had it for years, but like I could never get the right rhythm for it. I just was kind of just yelling into the void, and then I think it was through my partner finding TikToks about Wheel of Time that I was like, what? These people are also like on other places. I'll go seek them out. And then I found them on Twitter. And then I kind of, I laid low for a while. I tried to make sure people got to know me. And then when everyone was ready, I just kind of was like, oh man, that's a pretty funny picture of a Trolloc from behind the scenes. I'm going to send really close cropped photos of that nipple to everybody. And then, make things out of it, like a Waygate made out of nipples. And, it just
Your Photoshop game is just good enough.
I do it all on my phone. Wow. All of it.
Jesus. Awesome.
Yeah.
Kevin,
how did you get into the Wheel Time?
Oh, I think I was really starved for like fantasy books for a while, and it's hard for me to like find a series or start a series without like a recommendation or whatever. But I was just kind of sick of it, and I just kind of browsed Audible, which I had just kind of learned about recently, and I was like, oh, this looks like a pretty long series. I'll give this a
wait,
shot.
you just like recently, like in the last couple of years, read?
Like 2015, I think is when I started reading.
Oh, you're so lucky.
I know. I got the full series finished, like when I was starting it, which, I think I was like 4 books.
I'm so jealous
in,
of you people.
I was like 4 books in. I'm like, man, I'm gonna Google this Robert Jordan guy and see what he's up to. And it was on my birthday. It was my birthday. It was September 16th of 2015. It was my birthday, and I was like, oh wow, he died on my birthday, like 8 years ago or whatever. That's terrible.
I was about to say, I got the bad news for you, buddy.
Yeah.
I remember
on his birthday.
Out.
On my birthday.
Yeah, I remember when book 5 came out. Jeez,
Wow.
So but yeah, I've done like a dozen rereads. Like I've got like I definitely was like hyper fixated on it for a couple of years before I even touched the fandom, and I didn't approach it at all until I was finished. But man, now that I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. You guys
welcome.
Nice.
Oh, I like that.
This is the quintessential question, though. Kevin, were you alive when the first Wheel of Time book got originally published?
Oh, when did that come out?
In the odds.
19.
Just kidding.
I was but a sparkle in my dad's testicle at that point.
Oh, he hadn't docked yet.
Your dad has bedazzled testicles. That's amazing.
It runs in the family.
Oh God, that was a sentence I was never thinking I was going to hear. Your father has bedazzled testicles.
I'll send you my phone number.
Hi, Mr. Angus. Why are you here? Well, when I turn out the lights and go to bed, like there's a glowing area right around my groin. I'm thinking I have bedazzled balls.
He shines bright like a diamond.
All right, hey Kevin, Kevin, real
Disco
quick, in something called the private chat, and what you're looking at, I put our email address. If you could send me any pictures of any of your work with the nipples, I'd happily display this live.
Can you send me pictures? Wait, hold on. That's a good out of context. Can you send me pictures of your work with the nipples?
All right, how much?
We just got demonetized. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, how much for the nipples? All right, I'll Venmo you.
All right, so what do we think about Lord Brand? I don't hate his plans at all, to be honest. I think I don't know, maybe him sending that weird creepy messenger that was all smiles and then just kind of burst into internal flames or just melted or whatever. Maybe that wasn't the coolest thing.
I think if anything, Sammael played it too safe. He played it too safe. He was trying to play a long game.
Okay.
And
So
there wasn't a long game to be played. He needed to be. He's so used to strategy and defense, like what we talked about earlier, being defensive, that even his aggressive tactics were based in still being on the defense. And so.
No, keep going.
No, I was just going to say that I think that he was not aggressive enough. And, the whole thing of like unleashing the Darkhounds to seek, when they were in Illian and they came across the Darkhounds and they fled. And then the whole thing with the Shido, setting them up to use the Narbaha to split them up and divide the Shido and cause, sow seeds of chaos throughout the Westlands with the Shadow. I think that he played it too safe. He's too much of a negotiator and too much of a almost like a statesman, right? Like almost like a politician in some ways. And he needed to be a little bit more action oriented and less like, let's see how things play out.
Would you say that's his fatal flaw?
Yep.
Like caution?
I think that was part of it, but one something that we can see with the
Well,
majority.
his pride is his fatal flaw. I mean, honestly.
And I would add an addendum to that, like not just pride, but it's the same thing that all the Forsaken have, and it's just their ego. It's a combination of pride and underestimating all of the people of the current time because they feel like they're inferior to them because they're from like a less evolved.
Well, we could also just call the Age of Legends the Age of Ego because Lews Therin had a fucking huge ego.
Yeah, well, just about anybody who ever held the title Aes Sedai has a bad ego.
Yeah.
And
right? Yeah.
And then anyone willing to lead a group, like if you're like anyone willing to be essentially the president of the world, you have to have an ego. Like to think that you can even if you can do the job, even if you're amazing at the job.
Look at
any
long-standing politician in today's times, right? Tremendous ego.
And,
for sure.
And to answer your question earlier, Ryan, was that his flaw? Well, we know because we've all read the books. We know what happened. We know that none of them succeeded in what they were doing. However, there were 3 that didn't, but most of the Forsaken, they had either dupes, pawns, or henchmen that they used. I believe that Sammael's group of henchmen and pawns were some of the most effective in the books. Melindra was extremely effective until she came up against Matt's luck. She was a super hidden mole through the whole thing, telling him everything. So he had knowledge of everything that was going on with Matt from Matt's side of things.
Not to mention, Melindra's totally hot.
Yeah, Melindra's hot. Also,
he's got good taste.
Shido almost getting
not hotter than Varen. Varen's the hottest.
No, Melindra's my boo for real. So for real, Melindra, totes hot.
He's also the only Forsaken sporting a beard, and
I'm more of a Rosella.
You're biased. You're biased.
Wait, what did you say, Jansen? You're
more of a Roselle type.
Oh, okay.
So Jansen likes the boobies is basically what Jansen is saying right now, right?
I look at it from
it's actually true. That is so true.
Matt's healthiest relation. It's so. Oh man, I can go. That's a whole panel by itself because, like, honestly, I started hating Matt as a character. Oh shit, what book? It's at post-wall Matt. When there's a scene in one of the books, and I was reminded about the scene recently. When Tuon has 2 Aes Sedai collared.
Yep.
In front of her. Mm-hmm. Who's telling me about this?
This is in Valen Lucas' camp.
Yeah, and Matt looks at her and sees how happy she is, excited she is.
This was after the conversation. This was after the Dragon Mount live stream you had last week. Right. You were having the conversation
with Nerdy. Yeah.
Yes.
And I went back and read that scene after that, and I couldn't remember who told me this, and I went back and read the scene, and I was like, oh my god.
I've never interpreted it that way. It's very disturbing.
So creepy. I went and reread it. So creepy. Matt looks at Tuon when she collars those two Aes Sedai, and she's so happy. And he's like, she's never looked more beautiful than right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
looking at this woman enslave 2 women.
It was Jolene and
it's very problematic.
Jolene and
it was 3 women, not 2.
Yeah, it was Jolene, Edicina.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Jolene, Edicina, and
Teslin.
The red.
Teslin. Yeah, Teslin. Yeah, yeah. But I was just like, oh, I felt so dirty. Like I was reading it, and I was just like, oh.
And he's all getting a boner over it. He's like, fuck yeah.
And I'm like, man.
And also, totally off topic, Teslin is the coolest Aes Sedai in the last 3 books, in my opinion. Just what I'm gonna say.
Oh,
she's
I
amazing.
think she's one of them, definitely.
Teslin. Thank you, Village Mattress. And yes,
Village Mattress.
Yeah, that's why that's what it was. Because I remember there being 2. They said they heard 2 collars snap shut around the neck. That's why I said 2, but I thought I was wrong.
The third.
Edestine is the one who was shielded, right? Because it was Teslin and Jolene. Because Teslin was horrified because she was back in a collar, and Jolene had never been collared before. And yes,
See, Nomen Garden, man, that's why.
Nomen Garden, you are freaking amazing.
I always keep
short,
Nomen Garden
stocky,
around.
bearded guys is okay sometimes.
Sorry, my phone keeps. I'm using my phone as the camera, and I forgot to mute it before.
All right, I'm going to take that as an opportunity to go back to a viewer question.
Oh yeah.
How aware of the whole history of the Age of Legends of breaking the fate of the Forsaken would most people be? And he follows this up by saying, I mean, we in our age know or heard of thing 2,000 or 30 years ago. So does everyone know the history of the breaking of Forsaken like we know the Bible? Like I
actually have interesting an interesting behind the scenes information about that I got from Michael Livingston when I did the interview with him. We talked about like entomology and the way words evolved in the Wheel of Time and changed, and he said Robert Jordan was really into that. Like Robert Jordan was really, really into like the evolution of words and how they change over time. And he used examples like from the Age of Legends where people would use like, you know, a word for something that might have meant something completely different or been something completely different in the Age of Legends, where even Aes Sedai think they know what they're talking about when they refer to stuff from the Age of Legends, but they actually don't.
Yeah, like Damodred and Demandred. Obvious wordplay there.
I mean, it could be every other Damodred that we heard of other than Moiraine is like an evil piece of shit. So
right, yeah, that's why she's so special.
I don't think so.
Oh, her dad wasn't her dad. Was it? Wait.
Although I do think the ex-king of
Barthanes.
Barthanes? No.
Barthanes, yeah, he was a dick. Laman cut down the tree.
Layman, yeah.
Layman, yeah. Cut down the tree.
Caroline's good.
Wait. I am not a fan of correcting pronunciation. And
I don't care. You can correct me all day.
Guys,
it's layman sin to me, and you say lemon. You layman.
But the IL turned lemon sin into lemonade.
It's such a.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god! I quit.
Have mercy. It's time to go now.
Yes!
I just lost 2 of our hosts, right?
They just like
here.
My fault. God,
I'm turning my puppet in.
I don't have a puppet to turn in, so I'm turning off my sign. No, I'm just kidding.
Amazing.
No exos for you.
Lord Bren was he super aware? I don't quite remember. Was he uber aware of the Cohen call that the key access keys were still alive and kicking?
That's a debate, because during the War of Power, he was the general of one of 3 armies the Forsaken were spotted at, and they all converged on a place where they thought the Shodan call were. They never found it, and it is speculated that Sammael actually didn't know that he was actually very close to it.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I feel for the guy. I mean, the fact that Luce Theron was promoted to lead the armies when, this is like, all right, we're just giving him every freaking accolade possible. He's the strongest channeler. Elena's probably, the hottest chick. He's, they dance better than everyone. And he gets to lead the armies. And Sammael's like, you know what? I wish I was a little bit taller. We already went through that. But
he's like the Matt Gates of.
Oh my God! I just.
Jensen. Just said news.
Dude, guess what? I just thought about this. What did they work with for Sakharnin? So there's at least one more access key to the male Shodan call out there. Maybe they.
Is there more than one?
Well,
yeah.
we know.
We know there's 2 for women. So.
Broken woman.
So you think there were 2 for men? Yeah.
Touched and got hurt with, and we only saw one. So that's 2 female. We know that one shattered at the cleansing of the source, and so, and that was the other female. We know that Rand broke the one on top of his grave, on top of Dragonmount. But we didn't hear about another. If they made 2 female, they had to make at least 2 male. So there's one one. We never heard anything about the actual Showdown Call completely breaking, right? Just about. I mean, it's
The
still
female
intact.
one didn't the female globe
Yeah,
shatter?
melted.
And that whole land killed themselves?
Yeah, that's when the Maiar
Yes.
killed themselves.
Yeah.
Which I think I hope that they do that in the show. Only because it's very powerful.
Do we ever see the second male? I don't think so, right? No.
No, we never see about. They never even say anything about.
I don't think they.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They never we know there's 2, but we never hear. But it doesn't matter because Rand destroys the statue anyway. But
we also know that during that meeting in the gardens, they actually say, "I thought all the access keys were broken." So that's plural.
yeah,
So we know they made more.
yeah.
Minari asked
Yeah.
a question. Wasn't there one in the Panarch's Palace in
That was the
Tampico?
broken female one.
that was
The
the
other
broken
broken female
female
one.
one,
Okay.
That's the 2.
And that's
female
what
ones.
Sulin confirms, just the female one broke.
Yeah, and then they found
and
one
more
male
proof that Robert Jordan's a sexist. Just kidding.
Yeah, just break the women.
Come on now, Robert.
Come on, RJ. Come on, Jim.
Come on, Oliver.
James Oliver Jordan.
What else do we want to talk about as far as Sammael? He was not successful. He was cautious. That was his MO. He
I got a big
gathered. Where did he get all the Terangriel Sangreal that he got?
Well,
From that one stasis
stasis
box.
box.
Street box? Was that given to him?
No, he found it. He says he found it.
found it. He says he found it, and it had artwork that
well.
was pristine.
Well,
He had some music.
Dan,
box.
they're nerds without social skills. Don't worry about it.
no. I'm wondering if that's true though. He told Grendel.
He told Grendel,
found
yeah.
it. I mean, what the hell does that mean? It could have been given to him by Shadow Haran.
I don't know that that it was ever disclosed how he really came across it. Like,
Yeah.
How do
He
you
just says
find
it.
a
I don't know
street
how
box?
any of the Forsaken came across
Well, we
it.
know that they were trading certain things with each other. We have
Right.
proof that they've done that because Masana traded, I believe, Grendel a tiny Angreal.
What are these, like Pokemons?
I mean, but honestly, like, question.
Jesus.
So this is the legitimate question, right? So the world has totally changed since the Age of Legends.
Yeah.
And
Even
stasis
geography-wise.
exactly. So stasis boxes are underwater, under
Could be.
thousands of feet in the ocean, right? Or
Underground.
on the top of a mountain
Or
now.
under
That
it,
used to
yeah.
be so like how did they find any of them?
You don't
Well,
just find
Well,
it.
this,
Like,
it was a gigantic statue it was buried with. If they see the
Yeah.
statue, hey, that must be it.
They could they do see that there's like an entire city up in the mountains.
by Jengai Pass.
Yeah, so there
Yeah.
are going to be some ruins, and if they're able to piece together some information on locations of things, they could probably find stuff.
That's true, because when they're in Jengai Pass and Rand is asking Asmodean about the ruins of that city, and he's like,
Yeah.
well, because it didn't look like there were docks or ships that were
Docks.
docks,
Yeah, it was.
and
Yeah,
so it could have been a
docks,
sea and
maybe.
ocean at some point.
Well, we
Yeah,
also
yeah.
know that the waste used to be a gigantic freshwater ocean.
Yeah, based off of the fossils and stuff they talk about.
Well,
Right.
also based off where all the water went under Roydion.
Could
Yeah,
he have
too,
gotten
yeah.
it from Meridian? Could he? I mean, there was a huge stash of shit there.
Could have, but why only take that?
Rand said
No,
there's an
because that doesn't make any sense, because Ruidian was littered with Angreal, Sangreal, and Tirangreal.
Yeah, he wouldn't have only and
he
the
wouldn't
male
have
access key.
and exactly. So, and there's no way that they would have overlooked
Roydion had
any
like
of that.
It had almost like a dream spike over it. But
Yeah, you
a
couldn't
lot
travel into it.
of people traveled there, just like in you can't travel to Steddings or any of those things. They even they mentioned that the wise ones
Yeah.
mentioned the Roydion.
And you can't go in the world of dreams either. So there was he probably couldn't get in there unless he physically went there.
Yeah, but here's my.
He didn't seem very competent. We don't hear him really engaging in the dream world at all, right?
No,
he's
not
really. He's not competent in the dream world.
Well, we do hear him. Yes, remember, Grendel followed Sammael
comparatively.
The other ones in the world of dreams doing things. So Sammael was in the world of dreams. He just wasn't as good as some of the other ones.
Yeah, he's not. He wasn't as competent. So like the thing that I'd give Sammael points for is he like in his mind he would never position himself somewhere where he wasn't sure he could come out on top. Like, does that mean he always won? No, but like if he had a doubt in himself, and he was also pretty good to. He understood what he wasn't good at. So like he didn't try to mess around in the world of dreams because he knew that the other Forsaken were better than him at it. So
here's my big question. Why didn't the Dark One bring him back?
Wasn't he?
He was bail-fired, wasn't he?
He was bail-fired.
Nope, he was not. He was MaTsDaGgerX.
He was MaTsDaGgerX. Yeah, well, you know what? Oh, yeah, no, I knew that because that's a
great.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I don't think the Dark One can bring back people that are taken by MaTsDaGgerX or Machin.
Okay, because if you look at everything that he did, as far as
it was MaTsDaGgerX. Yep,
doing chaos, making the world a crazy place, doing everything the Dark One wanted. This guy did a great job as far as the Dark One's concerned.
Yeah, I think that like they kind of talk about it like in a folklore sense that Machin takes your soul, but I think it actually does. Like I think it actually takes your soul, and then it doesn't return to the wheel to be spun back out again. And the same thing with MaTsDaGgerX.
One big difference between Machin and MaTsDaGgerX is MaTsDaGgerX is actually also against the Dark One.
Yeah, they both. Yeah, and so is Machin. So that's
that would make sense.
Yeah, neither Machin or MaTsDaGgerX are Shadow Spawn. They're not of the Dark One.
And they only met each other when Fane walked in.
Yeah.
So
I hope they really play Fane up. I
Fane
love that
is
actor.
The ultimate disruptor, man.
He deserves
He's
it.
the ultimate disruptor.
He's a great actor, and I like that they made him smarter.
Yes, less crazy, more maniacal. Less crazy, more.
They made him more.
Yeah, they made him
He's
more maniacal.
likable as hell, man. He's very charismatic.
Yeah,
which a peddler should be.
Great Shakespearean actor.
I hope he turns crazy though.
Oh, yeah. I think he's gonna go nuts. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, but is he though? He
has other work. Oh, he's definitely gonna go crazy. You look at some of his look on his IMDb page and look at some of his like past characters.
Mm-hmm.
This guy can do it.
But I mean, we need to do a whole show on Pat and Fane, by the way.
Oh, I would love that.
Absolutely. Because in the show, they totally got rid of Mordeth. So we know that the dagger.
As far as we know, yeah.
Well, I don't think they're going to backtrack and retcon in Mordeth into the show. So we know the dagger's cursed, the cursed dagger, the taint of Shadow Logith, but Mordeth himself, because he basically merges with who Pat and Fane was, right? And it turns
and all of them
exactly together. So the going crazy thing, I don't know that it's gonna happen. I think he's going to be a great antagonist, a great human antagonist that is a different kind of evil than
Well, I think he's going to get punished by the Dark One in the next series.
Possibly.
I'm hoping
and be upset that he was punished, and then he's going to hate the Dark One too, and everybody else.
Yeah, what I'm hoping
punished for
is,
what though?
Is we get a cold open of like Pat and Fane and like basically like the cold open of Pat and Fane. Like my prediction for episode 8 was the cold open. I'm hoping we get it for episode 1 with season 2, because they're going to make Pat and Fane like a bigger villain. But
yeah,
I hope
to.
Yeah. But I hope it's like a montage of everything that he was doing from season 1. Like following everybody.
It would be so great.
Yeah.
And then if we saw Mordeth, like if
would
we saw
be
that.
sweet
great.
if it opened up as an old read of him getting distilled in the pit of doom.
Yeah.
Something like that. And that could coincide with that together. That'd be sick.
Do you think they'll show the pit of doom this early though? Or I think they might want to hold
I hope so. Why not?
I think they're going to show it this season for sure.
Or maybe. There's just a lot that's got to happen this
Why
season.
though? Why, Jansen? Why?
Because I think that if any of the Forsaken are getting out of the prison, they're going to walk out of the pit of doom.
No, actually.
Except based on the shows, they were sealed by the eyes of the world.
They were sealed
sealed
in those.
by Quendiar, right? Isn't Quendiar what actually sealed them?
Yeah,
And Quendiar
in the show is like a big, huge thing on the ground.
My theory, I really like my theory for this, and I usually don't like. I usually imposter syndrome myself out of any of my thoughts, but I really like my theory. It's so, and I have Dragon Mount videos for this from like a year ago when we first saw this thing. But anyway, that there are going to be, since there's the 7 Forsaken minus Ishmael because he was never really sealed. We're going to have them at 7 points as a 7-pointed star around Sheo Ghul so that the seals are actually physical locations in the world. Mm-hmm. Because when we see Ishmael in the teaser trailer in season 2, and this just furthered my thing, he is walking up a set of steps to go and that look like the exact place that he was at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. To reach for what everyone thinks is Lanfear.
Who's going to be Lanfear? Yeah.
Then
so now they have to like make journeys to each one.
To each one. But then also another little tid for any. Yeah, exactly. Then in the, and again, I didn't know this pre Origins. Michael Livingston wrote in the Origins book that Robert Jordan's original idea for the 7 seals were 7 locations, which is, and Rafe would have had access to his notes, and so would Brandon, so would Harriet, so would Maria, and they all consulted on the show, so I could 100% see them doing it.
I agree with you 100%. When I read that in Michael Livingston's book, I was like, take that and shove it, Book Cloaks, because it was so an iteration of Robert Jordan's.
No, thematically, that's easier to like understand and like put together, but also like, how do you reconcile that actually happening though? Like, how do you make?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. What's that, buddy?
I was just thinking that's how they're going to save money on the episode production. They're going to use that same set 7 different times and just make it look different.
Yeah, it's just like, fix the seal after they break it.
I mean, the problem I find is that then hopefully we'll see the Isle of Madmen. Hopefully we'll see Shara and Shanshin. Hopefully these seals extend to there. Hopefully it's not just like a European-centric thing that there's no seals on Africa or America or South America. As of now, Ranland is just what we know of one continent, but there are other things out there that if you have 7 seals to the Dark One, which is the ultimate bad source in the universe, I would hope that it's not just like, you have to go to Illian and then 200 miles to Camelin and then 400 miles to Shara.
Honestly, I think it's literally directly around Sheo Ghul. Like, it's going to be equidistant in another direction from Sheo Ghul as where the Eye of the World was.
Like in a 7-star, maybe.
Like in a 7-pointed star around Sheo Ghul. Yeah.
Huh. Because
it's like I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's more. It lines up more with ritualistic magic than like honestly. And no shame on Robert Jordan. Obviously, I love The Wheel of Time, and he wrote an awesome book, and I'm not a fucking author. But I never really liked the idea of the seals. Like, they never really like made sense within the mechanics of the One Power and the Wheel of Time. Like, I never really understood them. Why did you need to use them as a focal point? Like, it's another thing that was kind of left over from Eye of the World that he couldn't really change. Because they never used the idea of focal points for channeling ever again. Ever. In anything else. The only time they use it is in Eye of the World with Moiraine's staff and with the seals.
That's not true.
What are they?
In the Memory of Light, Rand brings Elaine the seal, and remember, they had to use the short on call things as focal points to use the power.
But that's not a focal point. That was a Terangriel that accessed a Sangreal. It's not an item that does nothing other than acts as a focal point.
Oh, like a concentration, like meditative.
Yeah. Like the seals on the Dark One's prison were nothing. They were nothing. They were the seals on the Dark One's prison that acted as focal points for channeling. Like that. Why? Where were they? Why could you move them? Like that never made sense.
You know what? And I'm only doing this to be the devil's advocate.
No, it's good.
Right now, that the seals do something. They attract.
I mean, we never see it in the thing.
Yes, we do. they track Shadow Spawn, and they attract Bail Doman. They followed as soon as he got it.
They followed Bail Doman from Saladar when he bought it from that merchant.
He bought it from a random dude on the street.
Yeah,
and they still found it, so they chased him all the way to Illian with it.
But that's more. But that's not like they didn't make a terangrial to attract Shadow Spawn and then use those to seal the Dark One's prison. The seals are. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that still goes along with my point of them just being items that do nothing. They have an effect, but that's just because of the way they were used.
What they represent.
Yeah, you never see another focal point item that you need to use for channeling other than Moiraine's staff, Moiraine's stone, and the seals. And that's all from Eye of the World.
I wonder what would have happened if you would have put one of the seals in Avienda's hands.
Avienda?
Because she could sense
because she could sense Terrio.
Oh, good question, Jansen. God damn you, Jansen.
Well, if it's that's what I'm saying. If it's a terangrial. Yeah. But it's never said that it is a terangrial. It's just
but like what could she
I would think
assess
it would
out
have
then?
to be. I would think it would have to be. It's Quandar. I think it's they channeled and tied it off for somehow.
But itself a terangrial or something that's just made.
Quendiar is.
But then the idea is
one power.
But then the idea it becomes like I could buy that they were terangrial to act as seals to be locks. But again, that's a metaphysical thing. But I guess it could be because like they tie physical objects to metaphysical locations in like the Wheel of Time. But then it doesn't make sense that they could just move them. Like it would make more sense.
The dream spike, right?
Yeah, but you can't just move it. It doesn't work when you're moving it. You got to put it down. You know what I mean?
But what if they're breaking because they're being moved?
That's not. I mean, they're breaking because
I think
the dark
physical representation of the weakening.
Ryan, you're dumb.
I mean, they carried them around for 3,000 years, and then all of a sudden, one day, they finally started weakening.
I love you, Tom.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Can we see Trolloc nipples, please?
Oh, I want some Trolloc nips.
No. Jansen's got it.
We're just going back and forth here, just the two of us.
I have a plan. I have a plan. I always have plans. Jansen's going to leave soon, and then we're going to do Trolloc nips, and it's going to be like a free-for-all.
You don't want to see Trolloc nipples?
No, he's got to go. He's got a life.
I know he's got to go. But
he's got a hard out.
Want to see Trolloc nipples real quick before he goes?
I can try to see Trolloc nipples.
I'm the worst. You have to. I won't take offense. You could just say like when I've been talking for too long. Say, Tom, you've been talking for too long. I don't notice. I don't notice.
No, Tom, you're like a fountain of fun and wisdom.
Kevin, it is off topic, but what do you? I mean, we just because we have no rails on this train. What do you think about the seals? Do you think that they are some sort of terangrial of some sort?
I'm not positive. I think that there is an interesting fact that they could have worked forever. Like I thought always that was an interesting part about them is that they were almost like eroded by the darkness and people like living around them. So like they started crumbling because of the people not like following the ideals of like
Kevin, that's great. I've never heard
really
that
cool.
thought,
That's a really cool idea.
They could have lasted forever. Yeah, they could have.
Were you saying Bail Doman is so bad he was like eroding the Quendiar in his position?
Stop yelling.
There do be no shit talking of Bail Doman up in here.
Jansen, what did you have to say?
I said there's nothing that the creator can make that this Dark One cannot dismantle.
Except you're Black Asha.
Oh, except the wheel.
Didn't the creator create the Dark One? Like, come on.
No.
Chicken and egg, right?
That's the thing. He says the creator.
So we have a theory. Our first time reader has a theory that the Dark One is just like some semi-god.
He didn't create him. He locked him away at the beginning of creation.
He created the Dark One and locked him away at the moment of creation. That's the thing that they say.
I got to do some checking on that.
I think of him more as like a chemical reaction. You have like the thing you want to get, and then you have like an over leftover.
I didn't know that
he's like the salt.
I think honestly, my thing on that is that the creator
salt.
The creator, yeah, that's good. The creator created
That's
the Dark
amazing.
One and existence, but in doing so, unmade himself. Like he had to unmake him or themselves
So
to make
basically, what
existence.
you're saying is, if
Hey,
the
Tom,
movie
can you-
Twins was the Wheel of Time,
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger would be the creator, and Danny DeVito would be the Dark One. That's basically what you're saying.
You know what?
Right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good thing because I mean, Rand isn't meeting with the creator. He can't go to the creator's fucking house. But guess what? The Dark One, all the Forsaken are meeting with the Dark One. They're going to his house. They're hanging out in his creepy study, seeing all his weird books that he has, and then suddenly, hey, Damodred, what's going on in the world? And he's like, oh, I thought you were omniscient. Okay, not okay. I tend to think the creator is much stronger than the Dark One.
Yeah,
Much stronger. Like,
but he's dead, or they are dead.
They're dead.
but no, they're apathetic. They don't really engage.
No, it's the pattern that engages.
So this is the
delegates.
age old argument of the creator is either not omniscient, either not all good or not all powerful. It's one or the other.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the creator. I'm talking about the Dark One. The Dark One is the insufficient deity. The Dark One is the one who is not true all power. Not
Dark
only
One-
was he captured, but he also is meeting with people. He's the CEO of Evil Incorporated, but
I disagree 100%. The Dark One is the epitome of ultimate power, because if we get rid of the Dark One, then what do we have?
The
Freedom.
Dark One is the creator. The Dark One is the creator.
Because it's
Damn,
one of the
Tom.
same?
The Dark
Tom, those are two sides of a coin.
The Dark One when the Dark One created all of existence, it used all of its good power, i.e. the one power, and was only left with the true power. So they created a prison for themselves, so that when creation happened, they were then imprisoned in the prison.
There's one huge flaw to that argument. There's no way that the Dark One would have kept
Jesus.
that.
New favorite
what?
friend, Solon.
There's no way that the Dark One would have kept that to himself.
The creator, he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know.
you guys are great.
Like he diminished himself or themselves so much so in power that
There's too
he
much
doesn't
yin
know.
and yang. There's too much yin and yang in Robert Jordan for me to believe
I
that.
feel
Yeah, but then, like,
Anthony
yeah,
and
Dark-
Tom
Yeah, that's a
need
good
to
point,
have a
though.
panel at JordanCon that's just a
I'm
deep
down.
dive debate. on-
Yeah.
Debate, yeah.
Yeah, we need to have
why-
this exact discussion in the Looney Theories panel because this is a perfect Looney Theory panel.
Facts, 100%.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Are you going to JCon? Kevin.
I'm going to JCon, and I'm going to be co-hosting the Looney Theories panel with
What?
our innkeeper himself.
Yay!
What? Hey, look at
There
that
he
guy.
goes. There he is. Attaboy.
So,
Well, I will be there.
Shameless
for
plugs.
Sure.
So, guys, I
Hey,
got the
well then come to our Watchinary panel, Kevin.
Yes, Jansen?
All right,
got
Jensen,
the-
gotta go.
I got the first round.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. We can't wait to just hug everyone and just hug.
Consensual hugs. I'll always ask.
It's going to be awesome.
I'm a big hugger,
Me too.
and in that I'm big and I hug.
You are very tall. You are not big. You're tall.
He's not the biggest.
I'm a
Lovely, man,
beanpole.
like
They
size.
called me lanky.
Brother-
6'7", right?
I'm
That's how tall-
6'7", brother Dan 6'4".
yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah,
Jeez.
Oh
Towers
yeah.
That's all my son is
and your
gonna be.
wives are so itty bitty and sweet. Both of them. They're
Yeah,
like
every-
just little
Everything's
sweetest
proportionate.
Yeah, my son is going to be about between 6'5" and 6'8".
Loony nipple theories.
We're gonna get there. Yeah, Jensen's got it. Oh, Jensen, you want to see some nips before you go?
I'll see it very. Yeah, I got to go, but I'll check out the.
Just take a quick
don't want to
gander.
Starts
at them.
with.
It's not a nipple. Nipple.
Nipple.
All right, where's an actual nipple? Apparently,
Right
we
there,
need-
I can see it right there, next to the apostrophe.
Yeah, there's
All the
There's
nipples.
the nipple.
Oh,
Way
look
gate
at-
Trollic nipple. the
Away
tower
gate of Trollic nipples.
the nip gate.
Perfection.
You started Nipgate.
Trollic titties.
Cockatrice.
Oh my gosh.
No dumb bird cockatrice. Whoever laughed at the
I
size
have
of my
I have a
nipples
question.
again.
Agonor from Word.
I have a
Dr.
very
K.
important
Agonor.
question for the Trolloc nipple connoisseur here. Take the picture now for a second.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see his face. I want to see his face. Do boar-snouted Trollocs have 8 nipples? Like a pig.
Maybe the women.
Do bird Trollocs
Hang on,
have nipples?
Sorry, what was the question? I cut out for a sec.
Do pig
Oh,
Trollocs?
they do. I've got pictures of them.
Okay.
Tom wants to know if boar Trollocs have 8 nipples for the litters.
Wait, so is this is all
that's a good
Rand?
question.
It's all Rand's with his nips from the when he was on
Douglas
the
Rand.
BDSM rack.
This is my favorite thing I've ever seen in my life. What is
Is that a font?
Brother
Did you
Dan?
make that?
Thank you for reaching out to Kevin. He's
nipples
a
are
genius.
Oh no, Kevin does some genius work. I don't know how he's doing this on
Twitter
his
by
phone.
storm with all of this stuff.
The little troll, yes.
Ah,
Evan, can you convert that Rand
those
alphabet
nipples?
into a usable font in Photoshop, please? Thank you.
Those are
That'd be yes. Oh my God, I
I'd
would
love to figure
Twitter.
out how to do that. Yeah, if you can. If
Okay, guys.
I'll show you how to do it.
Have to bid
Okay.
you guys adieu.
Bye,
Jansen.
we love you.
Bye.
Hey, I don't think we're
Awesome
doing a
seeing
show
you
next
again.
week, so we will see you at Jordan Con.
Jordan Con, yes. Looking forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah, to know you is to love you, Jansen. Have a great life.
be
We'll
so
see
great.
you in a couple weeks.
Check out last
Yeah,
episode
baby.
of Bel Air, guys. I'm all over it.
Yay!
Yes.
Love you, man. Good luck.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah, Bel Air.
so nice to meet you. Bye.
The infamous.
I'll
Jansen's
miss him.
awesome.
All right, as we go through the nipple library.
The library.
Oh my god, I love it. It's
Oh, yeah, it's
amazing.
part of the Real Trollocs collection. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, Rand's
for the record, the
Trolloc
font,
is the
too,
sexiest
the-
Trolloc.
Do you guys
I mean-
know about the Trolloc boudoir
Of
pictures?
course.
Pull
they
them up.
have-
Pull them up. I don't
Was
no,
know.
this the
no,
Waygate
they-
on
They
Friday?
didn't
Getting
post-
therapy?
No, they didn't post them. Rosamund Pike, Daniel Henney, someone else too. They were talking about during one of the interviews how the extras, the stuntmen who were in the Trolloc costumes,
Good job.
can't sit. Like they can't sit in the costume. So they had on the set mattresses set up so that they can lay down in between takes. So they said they just have a bunch of pictures on their phones of
Yeah.
Trollocs like laying on mattresses doing like boudoir photo shoot poses.
Hey, bro.
Girl posters, I love it. Oh my god, we need to find
That's the
those.
story of my life. I just
We
laid
need
out
to
between
find
takes.
those.
What is this? What's happening?
No, honestly,
Village
we need to
mattress?
find those.
I'm so
Kevin,
confused.
you need to make a calendar.
I've been saying that for like 2 years.
That's
since they said
exactly
that.
what I'm thinking.
I want
All
it so
right.
bad. I want it so bad.
Life
All right,
is
so
incomplete.
apparently, Brother Dan, we just lay down.
Is there
Pose?
real quick before we get too far? I just want to ask chat if there's anything else about Sammael that they want us to talk about, and then we can keep going on our nonsense.
That's good. So I love it.
Oh, that's a sexy
Received-
Waygate, by the way. Yeah.
The sexy way. Not in therapy,
Dylan,
just like
you are
posing for
freaking-
Instagram. Okay.
Y'all look at Sulin's comment in chat. It's top tier. 100%.
Everything she said so far is top tier, and
Look
I hope
at the
she's-
nipple of time.
I love that.
Yeah. 7-spoked nipple piercing.
All right,
That's
Solon,
just
reach
Sammael.
out to us. We'll get you literally on the show soon. Like you are blowing our minds.
Soon.
All right, so
And-
let's
Not
talk about
only
our point.
that, but
Setting up an
Sulin-
Illian. Oh, go
Sulin's
ahead.
British, so she'll have like a delightful accent for a whole.
Oh, yeah.
So
she's
setting up
fantastic.
an Illian was smart, in my opinion, as the place where the hunt for the horn is called, near tier for potential Kalendor dragon access, river access, etc.
Wait,
Yeah,
I-
it's what we read it out loud. We didn't read it.
I wonder if the first place that he checked was under the throne in Illian.
Right, like everyone knows when you inherit a castle, you just look under the throne.
First place,
First place you look.
behind the waterfall and under the throne.
Well, I generally look under the welcome mat first, and then the second place is I break up the concrete right under.
Are you sure you don't check under a plant first?
Yeah, I look at plants. Yeah, you're right.
All right, Kevin, what do you think of season 1 of The Wheel of Time on Amazon?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was. It's really nice because I have a pretty good imagination for like visualizing things, but there are certain things in the books that like I just never could really fully get a good grasp on, like visualizing it for like a mental picture. And characters and like their faces and how they look is one of the biggest things for me. I can't like create a clear mental picture of what they look like. So having actors that like so easily and quickly fit like the way that the mannerisms, what I expect from the characters, how I kind of expect them to act, like their motivations, them to be able to slide in so seemingly easily, really enhanced the viewing experience for me. And I watched it with my partner who hasn't read any of the books too, so I got her like live feedback. You know, she'd ask me questions, and I'd be like, oh yes, you know, they're doing something like this to explain things like that. And I think that, you know, it's a really strong potential. Like it's a strong seed to grow into like what could be like the, you know, a generational television show if they give it the chance to grow to there. And I just think that, you know, you it's hard to have a good first season of any show, like it just flat out in anything. So you know, I understand people not
even Sopranos like was rocky at first. Sorry.
Yeah, they're all
right,
soft,
so
they're all rocky to start with. You know, it's tough.
All right, so this is Kevin. He's a casting agent for The Wheel of Time. And they bring in like the season 2. They bring in what's her name, Judith Avienda. And anyways, he's like
Ayula Smart.
Ayula Smart walks in and he's like, I don't know. What am I doing here? Anyways, worst casting agent in the history is what I'm getting at. Let's bring out the nipples. What are we seeing here? This is the last image you sent me. I get it. This is the wheel of nipples.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, seven piercings across the
Seven?
nipple itself. Yeah, it's the wheel of nipples, yeah.
That's a painful nip.
Like
That looks like
seven
Janet
spokes
Jackson's like
itself, yeah.
wardrobe malfunction right there. All right.
A little bit, yeah.
All right. I rest well at night after these jokes.
Norman Garden had a fun question, but I'll throw it for everybody. What is it?
Okay, yeah.
That's a good question.
Sammael, where did you get?
Weren't they in another stasis box as well? They would have been like locked up in a box, I thought.
Could be.
Oh.
Do you know the answer to this question, Tom?
found
You're waiting for us to say
dog in the box.
I don't know. I don't think we ever find. I don't think they ever say specifically where he got them. I don't think so. And I'm trying to remember. Were his Dark Hounds like the super Dark Hounds, the ones that you can only kill with Balefire? I think so, right?
Some of him is yeah.
So
he had some regulars and then some of the big ones.
Some of the big ones, yeah. So and I remember one of the Brown Aja, like when they were talking about. I'm sorry, I'm holding my green screen gloves. They were talking. There's only like 7 packs, which is again like another reference to 7 being a magic number. Sorry, my phone. I forgot to mute my phone before I used it as a camera, and now it's going off.
All right, real quickly. Unfortunately, someone really crossed the line in chat, and they're blocked again. This is like the 4th time. I'm not going to accept this anymore.
What happened?
We'll get into it later. I'll talk to you after the show. This is absolutely horrendous, and he's blocked, and they'll never come back. And I hope everyone appreciates how much I've tried to help this person out.
Yes.
Fucking pissed now. I'm so pissed.
I'm so sorry. I missed it. I feel bad that you're mad, though. I'll give you a big kiss.
That's not. You don't deserve that.
No, thank you. No, I'm. This felt is thick. I'm good, but yeah, like we'll get through this. But yeah, like everyone in chat, you know who I'm talking about. They're no longer allowed in this community. This is bullshit.
Wow,
that sucks.
Yeah,
that's
people gotta be douches.
I gotta rewatch. Where are we at? 144. Okay.
Where were we?
I gotta go back about 10 minutes or so. See what the fuck happened.
So Dark Hounds we were on, right? Yeah. Were Sammael's Dark Hounds big ones? Yeah. So the Aes Sedai talk about how there's not that many, so it makes me think that they don't breed, maybe, because like there's only like 7 packs or 13 packs. Like they couldn't decide which one it was, and those are both magical numbers. So like, can they not breed? But then like, how did they last for 3,000 years? Like, were they being kept somewhere, or were they locked in a stasis box? I think they might have been locked in a stasis box, honestly, because they don't die. Like, you can't kill them normally. Even the ones that aren't the Super Dark Hounds, they take a lot to kill. So, like, keeping them in a stasis box, I don't see how that...
So, a stasis box is like a bag of holding?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Kind of.
I think, yeah. Do things decay in a bag of holding? I don't remember. One of the specific things of a stasis box was things don't decay in them. Things that they don't age. So I don't remember if that's...
That would make
But yeah,
sense.
they are essentially a bag of holding because they're small and they're bigger on the inside. They're like a TARDIS. But yeah, no, I think he might have gotten him out of a stasis box, to be honest. Their numbers were
How
kept
did I
down by
never
hunters
know
and
what
play.
the last line in the companion is about dark hounds?
What is it?
100 wolves would die trying to kill one shadow brother. If they failed, the dark hound would eat the souls of those that were not quite dead and create more dark hounds.
That's how they make the dark hound. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember that now. I remember Hopper
Like-
telling Baron that.
Okay.
They don't breed. That which answers the question. They don't breed. So like that's not an easy
Right.
thing to do to make. Like you can't. That's not an easy way to make. That's also kind of crazy. How does that happen?
We know that wolves, when they die,
Yeah.
their soul goes to the wolf dream.
To
So
the wolf dream, right.
these
'cause
I
they're
wanna
bound
see
to the
them
horn.
corrupted
Yeah.
wolf souls.
No, you
Gross.
don't. We do not need wolf deaths
Gross.
in the show other than Hopper. I can't
That's-
do it.
I want to
can't
see
do it.
a wolf, a dark hound eat a wolf soul. That like it sounds horrible, but it also like that's something I was going to say before I forgot when we were more talking about Sammael. Is I hope they make the Shadow and like Dark Friends and stuff better. Like not better, but like they're so shitty in the books. They fail all the time. Like
agreed.
Yeah,
They
they're
already shown that they're going to do that with Dana because Dana
Yeah,
was
I think
like
so, yeah.
so relatable as a person in
Yeah.
the show. They did a great job with humanizing.
yeah.
yes.
Dark
Yes,
Right.
Elmen Garden.
In the books, the Dark Friends are like the Benny Hill topless women chasing after the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White Cloaks were just a joke from the moment they entered the screen. Like you never, the first time you see a freaking White Cloak is literally a Benny Hill fucking sketch where they roll barrels down a street and trip them into mud.
Right.
that's
They're like,
literally
why I oughta.
So okay.
shaking fists everywhere.
That's
But yeah,
so
no, but that would be
funny.
a
That's
cool.
so
That would be.
funny.
It would be horrible, but it would be a really. I feel like it would be a really impactful thing for like Perrin or Elias to witness. You know what I mean? A dark hound being created. You know that would be pretty.
Oh, gross. I would be shocked if we have dark hounds actually in the show. Them already have CG wolves, and they are. I haven't
Were they CG?
really liked.
I thought they were
Well,
wolf dogs.
no,
They
they-
were wolf dogs. They were
they
real
were-
No,
dogs.
there was.
Yeah, they were real
Well, weren't
dogs.
there like when they ran into the? Didn't we have CG? When
I
they
think
ran
there's some
into
of it
the,
with CGI. Yeah,
Probably
but then the
some.
chase scene.
But the dogs,
Maybe, yeah, I don't remember honestly.
but the dogs, like the up close, those were real.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Right. Right. But
Brother Dan, that was a real wolf magically licking parents' wound healed.
It
no,
wasn't
I
a
know
wolf.
it was.
It was a wolf dog.
Yeah, it was a dog.
Hey.
But it was.
He had some peanut butter there.
Hey guys, don't
No,
let
that-
that wolf. He thinks he's a.
Kevin.
He or she thinks they're a wolf.
That
And we're just-
Kevin, that wolf was named Neosporin, and it saved Perrin's leg.
Just
Oh,
because
of course. It makes all complete sense.
You know,
Come here,
okay.
Neosporin.
All right, it's great to see OE in the
Oliver
chat.
Sears.
Yeah, you are late, but
Better
you're
late than never.
forgiven.
I
Right.
recommend go back to the beginning, watch it on 2.0 speed, and you'll be caught up in no time. I think we're still
Right.
going to be going. Like we're having a great time.
They're asking if
know.
they're late because they don't know
No,
because they
you're
were able
not.
to hear the entire show
I'm
the
not-
entire time with those ears.
I'm not eating. We have-
He was able to hear it the
Oh, and-
whole time.
To answer your question as well, so apparently they did have
sorry.
dark hounds during the Trolloc Wars, so
Yes.
they must have just been out and about. And Sammael just grabbed a pack. They must have been like up in in the blight or something like
Yeah,
that.
and
He sees him
someone in
along
chat-
them. He just
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I'm dominant. I'm
Bit him in the
dominant.
He had a power wrought dog catching pole, like from the old
Exactly,
cartoons
yeah,
with the
yeah.
rope on the end of it.
So yeah.
Kevin,
See
are
them a
you
lot.
a sponge of anything that gets leaked as far as season 2? If you hear
Oh,
that
yeah.
there's an actress,
It's a little gross.
Kevin's an
Are- are you-
Kevin's a
Suck it up.
perspirant, anti-perspirant commercial right now. Look at that.
Kevin, are you a leaky sponge, Kevin?
fresh and dry. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
confident.
You know,
It's soft and dry. Arid.
it is soft and dry. And man, if I had things to leak, I'd be leaking
Smell
them.
like teen
All right,
spirit.
Kevin, has
Soft and
Wheel of
dry.
Time has Amazon reached out to you because of your meme skills?
No comment.
Have you had a cease and desist order from Amazon?
Are you really?
Are you a shell?
Are you?
Are they real
pure
trolloc
chaos?
nips, or are you taking nips from other animals and claiming they're trollops?
Trollops.
Trollic?
Yeah.
Trollic?
Whoops.
Trollips? I like
Troll
it.
nips?
Trollips.
Are they degenerate trollops? I mean trollocs, sorry.
Trollnick.
No comment. I've been
Right.
advised by my legal counsel to abstain.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, don't say
Brother Dan, you just get in there. Let's refreshing him. Kevin, do you write all your own memes, or do you have a team?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all me. It's just me. I'm a one-man team.
Have you ever used AI to help you with a meme?
No comment.
No comment. All right.
To give you either it's either going to boost your confidence or make you terribly like give you stage fright, maybe, I don't know. When we spoke to Rafe at like when we interviewed him, Kathy and I, he said the team, like all of the team, looks at all of the Wheel of Time memes. So like the big Wheel of Time memes that get passed around in Twitter of Time community, they look at all of them and they love them. They share them with each other, like.
Oh,
Yeah.
and also, Rafe thinks the puppets are interesting.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know why he doesn't
He knows
comment.
us.
He just
He knows us, and he's like, yeah, they're
He just lurks and he
interesting.
never comments, but he's here most shows, I think.
It
He
should.
we just lost a viewer. I think it's him saying, "Whoop, shit!" He left.
He's like, oh, they're on to me.
So if you ever get a chance to meet any of them, you tell them I'm Trollic Nipples, and they might know.
It should. It should make me hesitate, but when Sarah said that she shared a screenshot of me putting tampon tassels on Trolloc titties, she shared a screenshot of that with their group chat, and that was a
Nice.
sobering moment for me.
No, yeah, and then
And
did you
I realized
dig
that,
in and so like, to walk me through it. You felt like you needed to temper it? You're like, oh my god, did I cross the line? Like, what's going on? And what's your process?
go,
What's your process?
I made it? Question mark?
So when she said that the reactions were mixed, I knew it was a mostly positive in that case, because there's probably like one or two people that are like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, Rafe.
And then everyone else was like, oh
Rafe
my
and Sarah
God,
are
that's
like,
hilarious.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing.
But,
Oh yeah,
that
Sarah
was-
watches too.
That was my first.
She never
But
comments.
your the intern for makeup loves your stuff right now.
All right.
Big time.
Yeah, no.
man.
Kay expresses all of our sentiments. Like anything with a tampon tassel is welcome on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We
the
don't
Trolloc had
tampon
been using
shame.
my Bust Must herbal enhancer, so it had like engorged nipples that were like also covered in hot sauce.
Bust must herbal
so, yeah.
enhancers. That's
With
amazing.
hot sauce.
Did you?
We're Ryan. You stepped on the lead. Hot sauce, nipples covered in hot sauce.
They're hot.
Yeah.
Well, we got you, Minari. We got you.
All right, Kevin. Is this the first live appearance you've made, or have you made others?
I've been on the threefold.
Don't
Talk.
say
That was
Dusty
my
Will.
first one.
Okay. Well, that's okay. They're pretty big.
And
They're
then
bigger than
I
us. Okay.
did do a deep dive on the Forsaken on the Dusty Will.
Oh my God!
Oh wow.
But,
Wow.
So
Well, I'm glad.
I've
I'm
still
glad.
not
I'm
been on
glad
the
that
Dusty
you.
Will.
Jesus.
Heartbroken.
On the Forsaken?
yeah, with a NOS, and
Oh, with Anas. It was Anas who
Yeah,
invited
yeah.
you.
I haven't-
I'll
I
have
haven't
words with
gone-
Anas later.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have words with Anas later.
And it was a better Forsaken than Sammael. Yeah.
There's so many. You're such a trooper.
Most of them are.
You look like Brother Dan. What's that bubble gum we used to eat with the comics?
Hubba Bubba.
What, and who was in the
Big
comment?
League Chew.
No, what was the comment? 'Cause they
Bazooka.
Yeah, Bazooka, right? And there's a Bazooka Joe.
Oh god,
Kevin,
the really
you look like
hard
Bazooka
gum
Joe
that
to
you
me.
couldn't chew because it was like
Bazooka
so.
Joe.
Hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
was
just
like
wrapped it in wax
cardboard,
for some
yeah.
reason.
Yeah, and then
it was like
after
plaster
it
of Paris.
And once
Even-
you finally got it fully wetted in your mouth, the flavor lasted
Hubba,
for like
hubba.
32 seconds.
All right, everyone drink.
About
That's a
32
drinking obligation.
seconds.
Once,
Everyone
once
drink.
you
Best,
finally got it
turning
fully,
us on right now.
Once you
All
got
right,
it fully
once
wetted in your mouth. That's,
For 32
Yep.
seconds.
Wait, what is this trend? I don't know this rule.
Oh, well, you don't watch the first time reader show. Anything sexual, we all have to drink. I am actually
drinking
drinking. Look at this.
obligation.
Is this working out? This
My
is
drink
Unintentional,
Look
at this,
unintentional
look at this.
innuendo.
Look at this. It's
empty. Fuck.
my,
Shadow
Yeah.
Puppet
Shadow
Brewing
Puppet
Company.
Brewing
Shadow
Company.
Puppet Brewing Company. Look at that.
Wow.
You know what a
I
Shadow
just need
Puppet
an
is?
eye
It's just
patch.
it's me being honest.
we need to start writing these out of context quotes down and make like a book.
Yeah.
God, I wish we should have been doing that for 2 years, brother Dan.
Did you remember that
Right,
Bazooka
I'll
Joe
get
has an
our
eye
in-
patch? He has an eye patch. Did you
All
know
right, Tom,
that?
go back through the oeuvre and like start talking.
Uno?
Who has an eye
Bazooka
patch?
Joe has an eye patch.
Yes, he
Bazooka
does
Joe.
for no reason.
I did not
No
know.
reason at all. But
Probably
he's
for a
whole.
reason, Ryan.
He's
I think
wholesome.
he lost his eye. He
Docking.
was a merchant marine. Actually, it's a sad
He
story.
lost
like,
his eye docking. Yeah,
Yeah.
bonk. Right.
He missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin, for the dramatic recreation of Bazooka Joe's tragic eye injury.
Wait, just do that again, just a little bit slow.
Yeah.
Slower.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Holy shit! I hope Kevin is a regular.
He's
I'm
like,
so-
I really
anytime.
kind of poked my eye. I didn't want to do that.
You'll poke your eye out.
Wait. Wolf brother, if you have the same shirt, I'm worried about you. I'm
Prove it.
like, what's going on in your life?
Go put it on.
Right.
Ryan, tell him to go put it on and go on Discord right now. Show the shirt.
Yeah.
Sure, it didn't happen.
The proof's in the pudding. I actually, the only reason I would have this would be like cosplaying in the bedroom.
Because
If my
your
lady was like
taste-
really into like swashbuckling, like
Hold on,
romance
dude. Wait,
novels.
is that a
Wait a
Viking
minute, wait a minute.
tuxedo to you, Ryan?
I was
Holy.
about to say, that doesn't
It's a
say
pirate.
Viking to me.
I'm a pirate,
Yes.
bro.
Or swashbuckling.
All right.
Or swashbuckling.
I said swashbuckling.
Well, you said Viking at first. I was
Because
like,
I'm
well,
did
because
say
I'm
Viking first.
because I'm not good at this, Dan.
No, it's okay.
We
You're
keep talking about
amazing.
this. Words are
You're-
hard.
You're
Kevin's
amazing.
me Tom has apparently no problem talking at length without fumbling one bit, but I like one joke out, I'm like, I'm a Viking! God damn it, I'm a pirate! Fuck!
And I'm all right. Ryan, you were wrong.
Yeah,
Ryan,
you're
did
like
you
the Irish
notice-
Sauron.
Did you notice you said Viking?
Anytime-
That was wrong. That was wrong.
Anytime I
Ryan,
foible,
you were so wrong.
thank you, brother.
So
thank
wrong.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So-
I
Right.
bequeath. Yeah, I'm not
Get
worthy.
good.
Don't queef. Don't do it.
Yeah, I bequeath. Don't queef.
Unqueef.
Oh my gosh, Jesus Christ!
Suck it back in.
Okay,
Suck the air
this
back in.
conversation has gotten derailed. It has gone off.
We normally
the rails.
just do 90 minutes, but apparently this is having too much fun.
See, this is what happens whenever Kevin shows up anywhere.
It's
Chaos
true.
ensues. This is
It is
what
true.
Kevin.
I don't want to
you
go
know,
the. Basically, here's the real deal. He's so fucking cute. I don't want to get off, and I just want to keep looking at
You
this.
do want to
girl's
get
face.
off.
Do you
don't
want
wanna
to get
off
off?
the show.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
See, Beth and I, we're on the same wavelength.
I'm out of alcohol.
Stop
I
it,
need
Kevin.
more
Stop
mommy
it.
juice.
You have
I
a
need
broken.
more mommy juice.
Your drink is broken.
Hey, the more Dwight Schrute you get, the harder I am.
Oh my god.
I mean, yes. I blame you, Tom. You brought this energy into my life. All right. Oh, look at. Oh no!
What's wrong with him?
How is he still in? He has
What's
a.
wrong with him?
That's a magic trick.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
All right, Tom. Actually, wrap that around the sleeve and make it look like you have like the dragon tattoo.
My mouth hurts right now because I've been smiling so hard.
He does. Hey,
Okay,
he's Marvin.
All right, let me see it. But it's not moving. All right. That's amazing. Jesus Christ, that's amazing.
That is
And that's
cool.
to scale. Tell the story of that real quick.
I mean, I totally exploited my relationship with Maria and emailed her, and I was like, can you send me a good description of the dragon tattoo from Robert Jordan's notes so that I can get it tattooed on me? And she was like, yeah, here it is, and send it to me.
Oh my god, I want to do that. I want to get a half sleeve. I totally want to do that.
It's like he said, it specifically is a tight, like something that wasn't really like it's not really in the book a lot, is that it is a tight wrap with no skin in between, which also sounds kind of lewd. I think I'm gonna drink.
Hey, brother Danny, are you on that picture in Discord?
I'm on a tight wrap with no skin in. Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Wolf brother.
I got it. I don't know how to share the screen though.
Email
Discord.
Email it to us.
All right.
I'll get it. I'll grab it. I'll grab it and put it in the thing.
Well, it was sent to me. Let me
send it to me and I'll throw it.
Okay.
I know, but he might not know how to send it to. Brother Dan is.
I could put it in. I could put it.
He likes to wire money through like telegrams.
I use
through horse and pony.
Yeah, I use horses.
Yeah.
Right.
Uses the pony.
You use horses or horses?
Horses.
Horses.
He puts it inside of whores.
Horses.
Yes.
In their prison pouch.
But I also emailed her when I got the hammer made. I was like, here's the description that Perrin uses in the book, but is there anything better? Because I'm actually gonna like send this to a blacksmith to get made. And she was like, yeah, here you go. And I totally will exploit my relationships with them for my own personal gain. Not really.
Nice.
The only thing I've ever asked them is literally, so I've asked them exactly 3 questions: my tattoo, the hammer, and I asked Alan how to say sausages in the old tongue, and he told me.
How do you say sausages in the old tongue?
Kovash.
Kovash.
Yeah. Kovacs. Kovash. Yep.
Nice.
All right, I'm sending it to you in our text right now, Tom.
Okay. It was for hot. It was actually, I asked him how to say hot dogs, and he said they wouldn't have a word for that, but sausages they do, and he sent me. He said,
just one more time. Say hot dog one more time.
Hot dog?
Yes, you're such a freaking Northeasterner.
Oh God!
It's a hot dog. It's a hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot
We need
dog.
hot dogs.
Hot dog. Hot dog.
It's a
Hot dog. Hot dog. It's a hot dog.
Dog.
What?
It's a hot dog.
I don't hear it.
DAWG. Hot dog.
What is 1/4 of a dollar?
A quarter.
A quarter?
Oh Jesus!
A
It's a
quarter.
quarter.
Kevin's sitting here
What
like,
is-
please.
What
don't
does
ask me to say hot
Starbucks
dog.
sell?
No, it's funny. I live
So
in New
Kevin,
York,
how you
but-
doing, buddy?
Yeah.
What about Sammael?
Yeah.
I think you mean Swamael.
Swamael?
Yeah.
Hey,
Sammael,
hey, I'm rapping this, damn I am.
strawberries.
Listen, you want me to turn on the New York accent? Because I'll turn it on and it'll be more.
No.
All right. Well, before we go, meet Tom. Why is Sammael your favorite Forsaken?
He's not.
Yes, and me, bitch.
Oh, okay. So I love Sammael because he has a beard, and I have a beard, and
Do you have a scar that you'd be willing to show us?
Yes, actually, I do. And it was on my face at JordanCon a couple of years ago. It's similar to Sammael's scar. Let me put it in our little thingy here so I can put it up.
Oh, you're not gonna like get really close to the camera and just
No. Well, it's not there. I got it healed. It's not there anymore because it was healed by a Aes Sedai who could heal scars. Because that's a thing.
hot dog.
Well, yeah, we were talking about just how audacious it would be to be like, no, don't heal this scar.
Don't
No,
touch
it's
it. Don't
fine.
touch it.
I kind of want
No, they would like put dirt in that shit to make it even worse.
Look, it's
Hey, Wolf
puckered.
Brother, I posted our email link. Send any pictures to our email. Brother Dan is like a
No,
just
I
like
sent
a-
it to Tom. I put it in text. I don't know.
It didn't come to me. I don't have any.
Yeah, just send us our email, bro.
Yeah, message failed to send. I'm in the basement.
Kevin, do you have any scars you wanna try to show or just pretend you have?
Yeah, what's your coolest
Sure, I
scar?
got one I got one right here on my finger.
Is that a paper
you can't
cut?
see it at all. No, I was reaching underneath a couch once, and I pulled my hand out from underneath the couch, and there was a piece of glass sticking out of it. So.
Okay, wow. Is that the only scar you have here?
There we go.
That's the closest one I could show you. I mean.
There you go. There's my scar on my face.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm distracted.
That's when I was evil Perrin with Kitty Rallo, also a host on the Dragon Mount show, and Alina, who is her partner in crime in everything that they do. They're also
Look how drool this picture is, Ryan. Tom, golly.
Va va boom.
I know. Hey,
You're making me-
hey,
you're making my head
if you're
itch.
at home trying to figure out how to like attract women, just put some weird shit in your eyes.
I was dark.
Wear some leather.
I was Dark Perrin. Whatchamacallit?
God, I wish
I
you
was Dark Hound Perrin, essentially.
come on, dress up for our show, Tom. Show some effort.
I will. You want me to? What do you want me to dress up as?
If whatever
I want
you're
eye
willing-
contacts. I want spooky eyes.
I want your
every
eyes
time.
to be bloodshot for a week after our show.
Yeah, but the puppet, Ryan, you can't put contacts in a puppet.
That was you can't really see it in that picture, but I have a wolf pelt on my shoulder, and I had the the hammer. That's what Dan DeSantos used to do my picture. That's what he painted in that picture. I'm wearing that armor and the wolf pelt and everything. That was pretty.
You killed a wolf for that.
I know, right? It's actually a fox because the wolf pelt was like $400 and a fox pelt was $25.
I would have gone foxes.
Oh no, coyote. Sorry, coyote pelt. Coyote.
Oh, you came back to New York then. All right.
Yeah.
We got lots of coyotes up here.
It was actually a little creepy. I bought it on eBay and like
That is a little creepier.
it was a little weird. And I was expecting to get something kind of gross.
This
Come to
woman does
Jordan
speak
Con.
much truth. It's much truth. When you see all the Wheel of Time tattoos, you're like, oh man.
Oh man, I have. You want me to start sharing JordanCon pictures of old? Because I've been to all of them, so I have pictures from like the first one and. Oh
Are
man,
we talking about scar stories?
Yeah, sure.
Can you guys see that?
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Well done, Ryan. This
Wolf
is
brother.
Wow.
our
he actually has
handsome
that
friend,
shirt.
the Wolf Brother.
That's awesome.
Wow. He actually
Yep,
has the
it's
same
the
shirt.
same.
All right,
Yep.
Wolf brother, you get 1,000 points.
Wow.
Wolf Brother
1,000
gets
well.
1,000 points just for being
I can't
Wolf
believe
Brother.
he's dressed up like a Viking.
They only
Oh my
have
God.
puppet sizes, which is what's
Yo.
blowing.
Yeah.
Kevin fucking killing people, Kevin. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
The burn
It's
from
just like a Viking.
Just slaying, and we see the innocent face and just a slay, one slay after
Oh
the
my
other.
God.
He's like the lad with a sword.
can't believe he's dressed like a Viking. He's...
If Galad was boyish and
So what's your
cute.
scar from, Beth?
This scar?
Yeah,
Can you see
let's
it?
talk it. Let's talk
starts
scars.
Here, and it
Oh.
goes all the way to here. See it? It's
I wanna
very
know how she
big.
got
Oh,
that scar.
You had a tricep
Oh, yeah.
removal surgery?
Cancer. Melanoma.
Well,
Yep.
What?
congratulations for beating that.
Yes.
Thank
oh,
you.
Beth Doman, cancer survivor,
Infinite
Melanoma.
points.
Twitch streamer, mother of how many?
2.
At least 2 that we know of.
2.
That she's gonna admit.
2.
At least 2 that she's admitting right now.
What's enough?
And wear of awesome
Yeah.
shirts.
Wear of awesome
and
shirts
wear of the awesome shirt. Yes.
The way of the leaf.
and the newest.
I don't even have a
Co-host.
Dragon Mount shirt. I gotta get shirts.
Guess what? I don't either.
Hey, you don't have a way to leave shirt either.
No, I don't have any. I have no shirts. I have like all my stupid nerd shirts.
All right. Well, this has been an amazing show, Kevin. Did we scare you off? Are you good to
No.
go? Are you in like Flynn?
Take me back
Yes.
anytime. I'm fine with
All right.
Yes,
all
Norman
right.
Garden.
That's
So this
Sorry,
is
I
the
It
biggest
works.
question.
I gotta put this up there.
Yes, for real. Agree.
Absolutely.
This is the biggest question I have. Does your applause sign in the background actually light up?
It does. I need to get new batteries because the
Oh,
batteries that were
okay.
in there were like corroded and like
Aw.
acid was
Ew.
pouring out of them.
That's fair. That's safe.
But
That's
I
safe.
still like the vibe of having it there.
You
I
gotta
love
lick
it.
when that
I
happens.
love it. That's why I wanted to like see if like it could light up and
Are
we
you-
could
I'm
be
gonna write that down real quick. Oh, please.
Yeah,
please.
there it is.
Applause,
beautiful.
please.
Round,
All right. Well,
round,
yeah,
round.
Kevin. When you start your own channel, reach out to us. We'll help you get started. We'll give you the LeafCast bump. It's worked for
Oh,
several,
yeah.
at least
Hell
2 subscribers guaranteed by joining our show.
And then you'll
Fantastic.
launch past us and we'll go, I miss him.
Yeah, if you don't go back, if
miss
you don't go on
him.
Twitter and see at least 5 more subs, then like I'm disappointed in our fans, and I will berate them physically and mentally. And
Seriously,
In
Kevin
person.
is. I look forward to his tweets in the morning. I get up and I see it. They
Oh, no.
are consistently funny, for reals. And humor is not the easiest thing to do. Sometimes it's hit and miss. But Kevin, you hit 90% of the time, man. I like it.
It's a lot of practice, and I try to. I think the thing that people forget is that like, if you make something funny that doesn't put anyone down, like if there's no one's the punching bag for your joke, everyone can laugh at it because no one's gonna feel like attacked about it. So it's like it's so easy to in a way kind of reach the most people Ryan? by just making it so that no one feels like they're the other of the joke. So you just make it so that everyone can be in on the joke, and then everyone thinks that it's like this big inside joke, but everybody's in on it. So it's a lot more fun that way.
When in doubt, use self-deprecation because
it's an all-inclusive inside-outside joke.
It is. It's an inside-outside, upside down, two eyes shut, two eyes wide shut.
That sounds like a drinking obligation. So
that's a Zen koan. What is the sound of two eyes wide shut?
Well, I like what you're doing, man. Just go ahead, Ryan.
No, just saying, like Brother Dan, you know me. I'm a producer. I'm an executive producer. I'm the funding. I fund this. I built this. I'm joking, but what I say is, I see talent, and Kevin, you got it. You got what it takes. Seriously, start a channel. You'll get up to 1,000, and you'll get the
Ryan's the Harvey Weinstein of our channel.
You'll get
recognize his talent. And
let's not compare anybody to Harvey Weinstein, please.
I can't wait to visit your
trigger warning.
All right, I'm sorry.
The only other humanoid you can compare to our Harvey Weinstein is that white orc from The Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, he does look like him. Yeah.
That slugwort,
the sluggy-looking sloth one from the.
I'll meet you at your hotel at JordanCon. We can have a chat.
All right, and Brother Dan will jerk off in the potted plant like that one comedian.
Twice.
All right, everyone.
2 times.
I mean, like seriously, like I hope he brought it. Wolf Brother brought it.
Wolf Brother, bring that shirt.
Kevin brought it.
You brought it big time.
Kevin brings it every day. I don't even know.
Now we got 23 people. Ryan, I mean, golly, I got food waiting upstairs. I feel like we're disappointing people if we just leave.
Keep them wanting more.
You're
yes, keep him wanting more, just like Tigraine let this guy wanting.
Oh, by the way, that is now on a shirt on our.
That's a good point.
Nice.
Let's share screen that bad boy. Good job, Brother Dan.
Yeah, we're kind of expanding our shop horizons a little bit, and this is one of the shirts we have. We have a bunch of stuff. This company makes.
Do you want to look like PewDiePie wearing a Way the Leaf shirt? There you go.
Yeah, you probably can. Show us, right?
Oh, you not seeing it?
No. You have the picture up still.
My goodness! Hold on, get me in there, and then do this. You got to share that shit.
That PewDiePie.
Thank you. Whoa. Yeah, this is PewDiePie wearing the Way the Leaf shirt. He's a fan of the show. He's contractually obligated to not talk about it, but yeah, PewDiePie loves it.
The shirt is called Tigraine.
All right, this is the classic, the Way of the Leaf. We have a beautiful model there wearing just the classic font, the Way of the Leaf font.
I love that fit. Oh,
right.
And all funds will go to fixing Dan's eye for his puppet.
All right, you want the brown and stash combo?
Big puppet head.
You want the brown stash?
You want the brown stash? Right there. All right, so yeah, the it's in the description. The link is in the description. It's called Spreadshirt. But
you can get most trucker hats. You can get hoodies.
Most proud of this design.
Snowboards.
Absolutely. So, whatever.
Here, show it. No, show it again. Right, it didn't pop up. Show that hat. That hat's actually kind of the coolest.
I don't know what just happened.
All right, now it's live. Yeah.
I got you, Ryan. I got you.
Look at the dimensions of that hat.
Tigger. All right, you want to look
diagram? Let me see that hat diagram again.
No, let me just say, if you want to look
green,
hey, you put this hat on and you just look forlornly at your own dick.
That's actually a pretty badass design. I like that hat a bit.
A bit.
That's pretty.
Are you actually gonna buy one, Dan?
Just.
I think I may.
All right. Well, that's that. Thank you guys for everything. You guys, whatever you do to support the channel
Great,
helps.
Matt.
Let's all go follow Kevin on the Twitter sphere, Elon Musk pet project. Hey, let's all wait for the
Grade King.
Yeah.
Yes, beef.
All right, let's all hold
Yeah.
hands as
Great
the
games.
economy collapses around us. Everyone, run for your lives. This is